donation to help provide free rides to treatment for cancer patients. The best part, your donation will save you up to 35% on your oil change. Visit ValvolineFightsCancer.com for details. Let's come together and support the fight against cancer.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, broadcasting live today from that Ralph's Supermarket, the big one, in Redondo Beach, 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. Come on by. Meet Mason, meet Ireland, meet Bergman, and meet the Lakers legend, Big Game James Worthy. Plus, enter to win prizes, and you could win that ESPN LA ultimate getaway to the Francis Ford Coppola Winery. Who doesn't like that, Jack? It is a beautiful Wednesday on the road. Let's do it. Celebrating 20 years at ESPN Los Angeles, the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Your Wednesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon. We don't get a growl from the Big Game James Worthy?
Man, I wish you guys would have known we were going to be doing that. I would have been in on that.
Yeah. Give us a worthy clap, something.
Yeah, worthy
Can we get a worthy clap? Yeah.
There you go. Worthy clap in there.
Worthy clap in there. So we are live at 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard at the Big Ralph's in Redondo Beach, and we are joined by Big Game James Worthy all afternoon long. If you are in the South Bay, if you're in the neighborhood, come by, hang out with us, come meet Big Game James and John Ireland, and I'll be here too.
How you feeling today, Big Game?
I feel good, John. You know my motto is, every day I wake up.
Amen.
Everything after that is a bonus.
Amen.
I don't care what it is. So I'm happy to be here with you guys. As you know, I neglected to play golf on my Tuesday game, took a lesson, so I've accepted that.
Yes, we missed you.
And so, you notice how I say I accepted the lesson. But, yeah, man, things are good. Good to be here with you and Mace.
How was Media Day? Yeah, tell us about Media Day.
We always have fun on Media Day, because we have all summer to, reconcile with the season before and then start something new. It was good. I think Coach J.D. Redick is bringing a whole new, system in, a new attitude, the way the guys are going to be thinking, and you could tell that the chemistry had already formed at media day. The way they were talking, the way they were consistent. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
In your opinion, how much difference in the NBA does a coach make? Because they're bringing back the same team, but they've changed the whole coaching staff. Can it have that tangible of a difference? Do you think one thing like that, even though it's not a player, can make a big difference?
Yeah, I think communication is so key now, as opposed to when you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bill Walton and myself, Michael Jordan. We had at least 3 years with a college coach.
Right.
And so I think that makes a big difference. That's just a small part of it. But I think the way you communicate, Redick is young. He's fresh off the floor, so to speak. His analysis is pretty good about the way he perceives the game. When he doesn't like to be compared to anybody, but when you think of young minds, Steve Kerr is a young mind like that. Pat Riley, when he started out, had a young mind, the ability to communicate directly and get the best. So we'll see. It's yet, and I think his assistant coaches, I think, will benefit. He'll benefit from having some experienced assistant coaches as well.
Yesterday LeBron said after practice, I don't have any expectations. It's unfair to put any expectations on us right now. The only thing we can do is count on each other and how we come to practice and how we come to work every day. What are expectations for this team, in your mind?
Exactly what he just said. You got to come to work. So if you come to work as a Laker, I mean, that's the only team I played for. With this team, a healthy team, look, I expect them to get to the Western Conference Finals and win the Western Conference Finals. That's just me.
Nice.
That's just me. I have to have that seed planted. I can't have, a nothing. I know their goal is to win games and, maybe avoid play-in and all that stuff. But for me, I may be a little old school. I got to have that goal is to win the Western Conference to get me to the finals. We're that good when we're healthy.
I really thought, James, that last year the one team we didn't want to play was Denver. And sure enough, we drew Denver, and we were out in one round. I thought if we drew another team other than Denver, we could go 1 or 2 rounds in. I don't know if we would have made it to the finals. But am I overrating last year's team? Do you agree with me that Denver was the wrong matchup, or were they just not good enough?
I never like to avoid teams because you're going to have to play them anyway if you want to get by them. But I do think had we had Vanderbilt healthy,
yeah,
I think if Gabe had been healthy a little bit earlier, we had I don't know if Woods, he's a better shooter. He can stretch the floor. I'm not really sure he was the Dwight Howard that we had in 2020, but he definitely could have give us some contribution off the bench. We didn't have any of that. That's not an excuse. We still should have won 12 to 14 games to exclude and stay out of the play-in game.
Right.
Would have, maybe would have been up further in the ratings. But Denver was a better team. They've been together long enough. That coach has developed them over time. It didn't happen by mistake. I remember when Murray was down, they told him, look, we believe in you. We're going to stick with you. They added the missing pieces, stayed together. But now I think the Lakers are healthy. I think we can compete with anybody.
On Monday, we got to talk to LeBron and Bronny separately. You got to talk to them on Spectrum Sportsnet together. What was that like? Because that's pretty momentous.
Yeah, we made history. I don't know if we were the first, but we were, first interview on Spectrum with the father and son, first time in the NBA. It was fun. And you could feel the giddiness between them, as they're going to be on the floor together. What are you going to call him? Are you going to call him Dad? Are you going to call him Bron? What are you going to call him? So it's very it was very surreal in a way, because you don't think of your son playing with you, but LeBron and Bronny, they're making history. And so I thought the interview was very well. They answered questions very honestly and genuinely. And I'm just looking forward to see how that's going to unfold.
All right, 4 seats on a lifeboat. You get one of them. 3 other people battling for seats, so there's going to be one person out. Chris McGee, Allie Clifton, Mike Bresnahan. Who drowns?
Brez is out. I'm sorry.
Oh! Brez, right overboard.
And it just goes.
Didn't even have to think about it.
No.
Well, I mean, Geeter and I 13 years.
Yeah.
You
right.
know,
Yeah.
Allie's been 7. And
so seniority rules in a situation
and,
like that.
You know, because Allie's, you know, she carries the show.
Yeah.
You know, Brez, you know, even though he's a walking encyclopedia, we call him Mr. Wikipedia, but I didn't want to think about that one too long.
How did you invent the worthy clap? Like, did you go into a lab somewhere? Have you coached on that? Have you ever any worthy clap injuries? Any of that?
You know, you're the first person that's ever asked me about how I invented. I think it, you know, arrived or derived, whatever the word is, when we beat the Celtics, I believe. And I would get so excited that I just got down into this crazy defensive move and just start, you know, like King Kong.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we added the word the clap, and the people got used to it. Like after we win, they got disappointed when it didn't happen. So I felt pressured to do it. But man, you know, that's almost stuck with me as much as Chick Hearn giving me the name Big Game. So yeah, hope to see about.
All right.
Let me be realistic. I hope to see about 61 worthy claps.
Oh wow!
There you go. I like that. I like that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Again, we are live right now at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. It's 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Gigantic Ralph's here, and gigantic, the Big Game James Worthy is with us. You can sign up or enter the Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes that is running now through October the 13th. One grand prize winner will receive a wine tour for 2 at Francis Ford Coppola Winery, round-trip airfare for 2, and a 2-night hotel stay. You can enter by going to ESPNLA.com or here at the booth, you can scan a QR code. Join us at Ralph's in Redondo Beach and check out a sampling of the wines inside. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, so if you get into an accident with a commercial van or a truck or an 18-wheeler, do you really want to try to deal with the insurance company on your own? No, you shouldn't. Trust me. The last thing you want to do the next day is accept the first offer they call you with. There we go. Those commercial drivers have special licenses to operate those vehicles. They got to log their daily activity with their employer. So if you're injured in any kind of accident caused by an 18-wheeler or commercial vehicle, gotta call Jacob. My friend Jacob and his team know what to look for, whether the driver had driven too long without a brake or the load he was carrying was unbalanced. So many ways for Jacob's team to hold the commercial vehicle company responsible. And by doing that, they're able to get you the medical care, the medical settlement that you deserve, and the insurance company is going to pay you as opposed to what they're offering to give you 12 hours after the accident. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice, prizes, and more. Jacob, proud partner with the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BMO Stadium is the place to be tonight.
Olivier Giroud has scored. It's
LAFC are playoff bound, but first must finish the final 4 games of the regular season. Hawanga, Giroud, Lloris, and the Black and Gold welcome St. Louis City SC to downtown LA. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Hey guys, it's producer Lindsay. Listen up, sports fans. Gear up for your next game day hang with your friends. What's on the menu? Sliders, wings, chips, and salsa? Well, all your favorite game day foods go great with Stella Rosa wines, a semi-sweet and semi-sparkling wine that must be served chilled. Stella Rosa can be found at your local retailer, so remember to grab a couple bottles next time you shop. Nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. Please celebrate responsibly.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, we are live today at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. That's 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. And we are here with the great big game, James Worthy. You know, I wanted to ask you something about this, James. Obviously, new head coach, new coaching staff. What do you think? What do you think when you hear the word culture? They talk about culture around sports.
Yeah, culture, you know.
By the way, I think it's overrated, and Mason thinks it's underrated.
I think it's the real deal.
I think, you know, when I played, you know, we felt like there was culture. The culture to play a certain way, the culture to certainly hold people accountable. Mm-hmm. But like I said, you know, we had guys that spent 3 years in college where, you know, a college coach job back then, the first thing he would do was just like rip your little ego out of your heart. Develop a culture, team.
Did Dean Smith do that?
Absolutely, he did it. He did it to me, Michael Jordan, everybody. Bobby Knight did it. Coach K did it. John Wooden for sure did it.
So as soon as you get on campus, they get on you.
You know, it's just like you're a team. You know, you're no different than the manager or, you know, any student on campus. So once you establish that, you develop the culture. But now, you know, you don't have that. You know, and you don't get it in, you know, Boys and Girls Club or, you know, AAU. You don't get a coach that can do that. So it's not as apparent as it used to be.
Right.
Those that have it, Denver Nuggets, the Lakers in 2020.
Right.
You know,
had that
the
great
Boston.
chemistry.
There's a culture
Miami.
that you can feel it as soon as you walk in the locker room, and it's apparent when you see it on the floor.
James, it seems to me that there's a different mentality with guys playing today than when you played. For example, you went to college with Sam Perkins and Michael Jordan, but when you played against them in the NBA, you wanted to kill them. Are these players today too close to each other? Is there too much fraternization, or is that just a fake narrative?
It comes with a different generation.
They all grow up playing AAU together, right?
I don't want to say it's anything wrong with that, but we didn't have that. It just wasn't the mentality of a warrior. It wasn't the mentality of, a winner. You might go to dinner after the game, but it wasn't a lot of socializing. I told Sam I'd see him in June or July.
Right.
And we knew that because I was going to have to play against him. But, that's the mentality of, that, ancient warrior. It's a different mentality now. My kids don't think the way I think. It's a totally different way. So it's a little tougher for us to accept that. We're always going to say, hey, this is ours, but this is theirs. And, it's not that bad.
It used to be Tommy Lasorda would say, no fraternization. He didn't want any frat. And those days are, these guys played together, AAU, all that stuff. So the mentality. And by the way, same in baseball, same in football. There is not that, that almost like you or me, me or him mentality anymore.
It's a different thought pattern. I think our kids are, in the 20s, and I think they're a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more educated than, like my kids went to private school, and, everybody has a little bit more awareness of what's going on, and so a little bit more conscious and acceptable. So I just think it's just their time, and that's just the way they operate.
How long before you met Michael Jordan did you know he was Michael Jordan? Had you heard about him before he got on campus?
Here's the thing. His roommate in college was Buzz Peterson, right? And Buzz Peterson was North Carolina Player of the Year over Michael Jordan that year. So there was a lot of buzz about Michael. We knew he was talented from a small 3A school in Wilmington. We knew he could play, but he was kind of a late bloomer even in high school. He was a better baseball player. But I knew right away, and I tell the story, I was better than Michael Jordan, for about 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? But you knew that he was surging and he was going to be pretty good, but I had no idea he was going to, turn out to be what he is.
All right. So
he's just amazingly good.
Mace, I know some stories that James has that you haven't heard.
Okay,
so I'm going to tee him up on a couple of these.
Let's go.
Tell me what it was like the first time you practiced with Magic Johnson.
So the first time I practiced with Magic Johnson in 1982, they brought me there for my speed and my ability to get on the break. And so I was going to show Magic just how quick I was and how I was out of the blocks. And so I get to half court. I'm still 30 feet from the, threat area, and the ball is already hit me in the head. Bam! And I'm looking at him like, I'm at half court. He said, you better be looking. He said, I'll get it to you wherever you need it. And sure enough, he was the best, the best guard ever that I've ever played against. But that's one.
But Michael Thompson told me the same thing. First day practice, if you don't keep your head on a swivel, you're going to get hit in the head with the ball.
He's so good, and he can get it to you from 2 feet or 75 feet. It doesn't matter. But I have another story about Kurt Rambis that, I was the number one pick, and the number one pick usually, goes to the team. He's going to start. He's going to be the star, blah, blah, blah. But the Lakers really didn't need me. They had won 2 out of 3 championships. So I walk in the gym the first day of practice, and I'm still kind of full of myself. We just won a national championship. I'm most outstanding player. I'm quick. I'm strong. I'm a power forward in college. So when I walk in the gym, I say there's Norm Nixon, Magic at the guards. There's Kareem. Jamal Wilkes was still here. And then Kurt Rambis walks in the gym. And I said, I can get that spot right there. I said, here's this goofy-looking guy with these glasses that had duct tape holding them together. He smelled like Ben Gay when you got around him. He hadn't shaved, he had hair on, like he was slow. And I was like, I got him. I said, but within 20 minutes of practice, man, Kurt Rambis showed me what an NBA power forward was all about. It was a lot different than college. And I said, no, I'm going to go over here and sit my ass over here with Coop and McAdoo and wait my turn. I said, I couldn't handle that heat, man. But there was some great stories early on.
All right, you mentioned that that Chick Hearn is the one who nicknamed you Big Game James. Mace, I don't know if you know this. James had one triple-double in his entire career.
Yeah, but I think it was in a really high-leverage game.
Game 7 of the 88 NBA Finals,
Yes.
and that was the birth of Big Game James.
Yeah.
I think most people know that story. What
Yes.
you may not know is Chick Hearn's famous call at the end of games. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is in the refrigerator. The lights are out. The butter's getting hard. You know, you get that whole thing. The last thing you would say, you didn't grow up here. Greg, you probably remember this. You'd go, and the Jell-O's jiggling.
Absolutely.
Got that from your mom, correct? Tell that story.
Absolutely. Well, it all started with this big, huge satellite dish that I got my mom to put in the backyard in the 80s to watch the Lakers play.
Right.
The time difference. But she fell in love with Chick Hearn. She'd never heard an announcer like that. So she was, entertained by all his sayings. So to fast forward, Charlotte had a team, the Charlotte Hornets. So we'd fly to Charlotte. My mom would cook a bunch of food. She'd bring it over after the game. Chick Hearn loved my mom's sweet potato pies. She would always make him an extra pie. They fell in love with one another. She loved his sayings, eggs are cooling, lights are out. And she said, why don't you add, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
Because your mom said that's how she knew when her Jell-O was done,
that's how,
right?
I guess if whenever you look in the refrigerator, I guess if you shake it enough, it
jiggles a little.
Yeah.
And so Chick Hearn, he won an award in Vegas where he finally said it publicly, where he got
he
it.
acknowledged
So
your mom.
It was very special. Very special.
Yeah, I love that.
That's very cool. Very cool. All right, so coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. You want to hang out for that?
Sure.
It's where we deal with a question that Laura's going to,
okay,
is somewhere on there. Big Game James Worthy is with us. I want to remind you that we are in Redondo Beach on Hawthorne Boulevard at the Ralphs. It's 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. We're here all afternoon, and Big Game James Worthy is with us. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BMO Stadium is the place to be tonight.
Olivier Giroud has scored. It's
LAFC are playoff bound, but first must finish the final 4 games of the regular season. Hawanga, Giroud, Lloris, and the Black and Gold welcome St. Louis City SC to downtown LA. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Shop Macy's VIP sale going on now. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest fall trends from designers that rarely go on sale. And save 15% off skincare, makeup, fragrances, and more. Plus, shop fall specials for even more great deals on top brands at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Presenting Again Fling's love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Join the Mason and Ireland show today at Ralph's on Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. Come see Laker legend James Worthy for a meet and greet and enter ESPN LA's Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes for a wine country experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. LA's premier card room now open 24/7. Tune in all this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino. That includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes to HPC and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Tailgate passes to HPC and game tickets to SoFi, Hollywood Park Casino, park, party, and play. Must be 21 and older to enter.
Hey, it's
it's Travis.
And DeMarco.
Hey, accidents can be shocking, devastating, and difficult to deal with, which is why you should never deal with them alone and have family on your side.
Joseph S. Normand and his trusted team are family, and they're here to help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
You know, when my son was in an accident, we called Joseph at 213-747-2000, and he was able to help.
You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000, the law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Mason and Ireland live this afternoon from the Ralph Supermarket in Redondo Beach, 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. Meet the legends. And when we say legends, we mean Mason, we mean Ireland, we even mean Bergman, but we also mean Big Game James Worthy. Live until 3 p.m. today at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Right now, back to it, and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Guys, I'm so excited that the wheel landed on this question.
Oh, good.
What is the question?
Good.
Okay, so I did something today that I've never done. So if you guys are not aware, there is a Prince Purple Rain house up for grabs on Airbnb. You have to request to be able to book this. So I will be notified October 18th if I was one of the selected fews.
Where is this house? Is it in California?
Oh, Minnesota. No. Minnesota. I would
Okay.
have to. I mean, listen, if it's going to be a Prince theme, I'm down because it's his childhood home in Minnesota.
It is his actual home.
It's his actual
childhood home.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Lisa and Wendy of the Revolution restored his childhood home, and people are, trying to see if they can get a one-night stay. So we'll see. And it's only $7 per person. So if you guys had a chance to book an Airbnb house that is restored into anybody's childhood, like a childhood home of an artist, who would you pick?
Well, you know what's interesting about this question, Laura, is that when we went to LeBron's museum, his house that he built for the kids in Akron, they recreated his childhood bedroom.
That's really
That's
cool.
one of the
that's
exhibits
cool.
there. So you can go back and see LeBron's room. I think if I could go back and see anybody's house, I wonder if, like, the early 1700 or late 1700 houses of, like, George Washington and John Adams and Thomas Jefferson.
I wonder if they're. I'm sure they're still
in
out there
existence
somewhere. Yeah,
yeah. Or maybe go to Martin Luther King's house when he was a kid. I'd do somebody historic like that.
Sure.
Maybe Sinatra.
James, do you ever use an Airbnb?
I have not.
Yeah,
No,
I avoid them. I don't
Wait,
like.
didn't you stay one year when you went to the
Dan
World Series?
Sanpillo stuck me in one in Boston. I hate it. I don't like being in somebody else's house. I don't want to stay in somebody's house.
Kind of weird.
It's their stuff. It's
Yeah.
not my stuff.
I always think the eyes and the pictures are moving. like those old movies.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Bergman, what about you?
So I'm trying to think if I want somebody that was like a musician or something like that, like Jimi Hendrix. I think that would be
Oh,
cool.
that's
Well, you
fun.
probably have to go to London.
No, which
Yeah.
fine.
How about Deshaun Foster's childhood home?
I mean, cool. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because he's the UCLA head
Yes.
coach. I mean, no.
That's
Mick
weird.
Cronin. You want to go that
Mick
route?
Cronin's
He's a great
childhood
head
home.
coach.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
There you go.
No, I don't like a Jimi Hendrix type of thing.
Yeah. Laura, did you have something? Oh, yours is Prince?
I actually would love Prince. That's more of my boyfriend's. I would probably do like Selena's house when she was younger.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Also,
Brian, you got one?
Yeah, easy. Shaq. I get Shaq's
Oh,
house.
that's cool.
See how he's living.
Well, you probably needed an extra large bed. Although you told me a funny story, James, about when you went to North Carolina, they gave you a big king-size bed, and you gave it back?
Well, I grew up in a twin bed. I've been 6'8" since I was ninth grade. So there was no way my mom and dad were getting any
no room at your house.
No
Your
king size bed. You can sleep on the floor. You can sleep in this twin bed. So I got used to kicking out the sheets at the end in order to make room. And so when I got to college, I was not comfortable
in a big bed,
in a 7-foot bed. I said, give me my twin bed back. And but I'm thinking of the question now. Like I might have to go with a pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is this Captain Hook? Is that real?
Oh,
like,
I'm sure there was a Captain
Hook. I want to
yeah.
find something.
Not according to Disney.
This might be like
Do you
another
want the parrot
treasure.
for the shoulder and everything?
I think the parrot. everything. I think the wooden leg. I'll take the peg leg. I'll take everything to find
Redbeard.
a chest of treasure. This might be something lingering.
Yeah.
So that's the. What's up, number 42? I see you over there. I see you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But yeah, give me a former pirate with some coins.
There you go. So I wanted to ask you. I was reading a story today. There is there such a thing as being too tall to play basketball? There is a freshman with Florida who is 7'9". His name is Olivier Roux. What do you make of a 7'9" player? He's only a freshman right now.
Well, when you think of what we have in San Antonio with Wemby, you think it's possible, but he is a 1 in a million freak of nature. I think anybody over 7'2", 7'3", they run into issues like mobility, running, being able to get their running going, injuries below the waist, and I haven't seen, other than like, Kareem, a 7-footer, very agile, Keem Olajuwon. I mean, there's been some, Wilt Chamberlain, but when you get over 7'3",
yeah.
I mean, we had
that's
Chuck,
that's tough to drive.
we had
so
Chuck Nevitt. Remember, we had Chuck Nevitt.
Yeah.
Now he's tall, but it took him a while to wound up to get going, and So yeah, I think there is a negative to being too tall. Who's the 7-foot guy we had in Washington?
Manute Bol.
Manute Bol was 7'7".
Yeah. And then George Mirasan is the
George
other guy
Mirasan, seeing him run up and down the floor. But Manute was, he could shoot the three actually, but he knew how to, stand tall. But yeah, you run into issues.
By the way, that Florida team has 5 players 6'10" or taller.
They should put them all.
They're on big.
They should put them all
big
out
this
there
year.
at the same time.
Exactly.
What the hell?
Exactly.
James,
that's tough.
James, we only got a few minutes left, and we're going to go let you meet some fans. But I wanted to ask you: we lost Jerry West this year, and I know Jerry West was someone that was very meaningful in your life. What did he mean to you?
Well, we had the same initials, JAW, and he was responsible for my NBA career. I mean, he chose me over Ralph Sampson, even though Ralph Sampson stayed in school at Virginia his senior year. Over Dominique Wilkins, who was the human highlight film.
Right.
Terry Cummins. And when the Lakers thought about trading me, he stood up for me. So he's extremely honest and has always been honest with me, like bluntly, to the point where I didn't like it sometimes. But that's the relationship we had. And, I could call him and I could say, hello, Jerry. And for the next hour, I would just listen to him. He could call me, and for the next hour, I would just listen to him.
He loved to talk.
And but I truly miss him. Didn't get a chance to say goodbye. I saw him like a month and a half before. He's done so much for the game of basketball and for life as a player, as a GM, as a contributor, and a lot of things that Jerry wouldn't want you to know that he's done. He's given so much to humanity. So yeah, he'll always be remembered. We're going to go back to induct Coop into the Hall of Fame. Jerry would have been. It still will be.
That's coming up next week, right?
Still will be.
Yeah.
So that'll be a special weekend. We'll all, remember the great one.
All right, I'm going to ask you an impossible question. The fate of the world is on the line. We have one shot, and we need a basket. Do you take it yourself? Do you give it a Magic? Do you give it a Kareem? Those are your 3 choices. To save the world, we need a basket.
Can I throw Kobe in there?
Sure.
I'm going to stick with my era. I'm going with the sky hook, man.
I thought you went to that.
I am going with the sky hook. It has defeated many generations. I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm definitely not taking it. But here's a question that I need you to find out for me. How many other Lakers other than myself, that have had a triple-double with Magic Johnson on the floor?
Oh.
That's a great question. Is there one?
You're not getting a triple-double with Magic Johnson on the floor. That's the problem.
Well, because you don't want to.
Unless you're getting blocks, 10 blocks, with assists.
You're doing it the hard way.
You know, I called a game once where Andrew Bynum had a triple-double with 10 blocks.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was points, rebounds, and blocks, not assists.
That's got to be pretty rare, though.
Yeah, with assists, though.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you get it, it's normal, but the assist would be the normal way, the old way of getting it.
I think Wemby one day might get a quadruple-double. I think he might get points, rebounds, assists, and blocks all in the same game.
I think one day soon.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Hey, do you think he's the next face of the league?
Without question.
He might be there now.
He's so dominant.
Yeah.
You know, and there's going to be some great players in the league alongside with him, but he's going to stand out that much because of his versatility and how he impacts the game.
Yeah.
Well, I know there are a lot of people here that want to meet you, and we really appreciate you doing this.
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you for coming by. That is the one and only Big Game James Worthy.
And if you want to meet James and hang out with us a little bit, we are live at 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach at the Great Big Ralph's here in the South Bay. And by the way, the Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes that is running now through October 13th, there's one grand prize winner that will get a wine tour for two at Francis Ford Coppola Winery, round-trip airfare for two, two-night hotel stay. You can enter by coming to the ESPN LA booth. There's a QR code, or you can go to ESPNLA.com to enter. Join us at Ralph's right now, Redondo Beach. Check out the wine sampling inside the wine section. Now, question. Are we going to do sports graffiti?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Sure,
Yeah,
Laura can do it.
We'll figure it out. We'll do some sports graffiti coming up next. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Jump on the phones. Big Wednesday, live on the road, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Are you a thug, Cappy?
What do you think?
I mean, I don't see you that way, but, maybe. You never know.
You don't think I'm a thug?
Nah, I don't think you are. I mean, Trick Daddy loves the kids, but he's singing about his days being a thug. Like, I don't feel like that's you. I mean, you love the kids. I mean, you were a Little League coach at one point. You don't know nothing about no Trick Daddy.
Hey, listen, Trick Daddy, let me tell you something about Trick Daddy. You may not realize this, but as far as magicians go, he was one of the best.
Oh, my God.
He'll cut a lady He will cut a lady in half.
Come on.
He'll pull a rabbit out of a hat. He got card tricks. Trick Daddy. That's thug life right there.
I feel like if Cappy had if that name wasn't taken, Cappy would have loved that name as a rapper.
Oh, hell yeah.
Trick Daddy.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
BMO Stadium is the place to be tonight.
Olivier Giroud has scored! It's
LAFC are playoff bound, but first must finish the final 4 games of the regular season. Hawanga, Giroud, Lloris, and the Black and Gold welcome St. Louis City SC to downtown LA. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland live this afternoon from the Ralph Supermarket in Redondo Beach, 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. Meet the legends. And when we say legends, we mean Mason, we mean Ireland, we even mean Bergman, but we also mean Big Game James Worthy. Live until 3 p.m. today at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Right now, back to it, and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, we are back live in Redondo Beach. We're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. Anything is fair, and we'll just pop up a couple of calls here, John.
Yeah, and Pepe Montilla has joined us at the table.
Hey,
Pepe's
Pepe,
here.
wave to Pepe.
Wave to Pepe.
Yeah, there you go.
So he can chime in on sports graffiti. Laura, you got to handle the calls. What do you
got it. All right, Max, you're on sports graffiti. Go. Ready back.
Max.
Ready back.
Afternoon. Quick question. Detroit, if they win Super Bowl this year, Jared Goff gets an automatic statue outside of their stadium.
Oh, that's an interesting question. If Jared Goff leads the Lions to the Super Bowl, first Lions Super Bowl since
ever.
Do
Yeah.
you
I
not?
don't think it would be Jared Goff who gets the statue. I think.
You're right. It'd be Barry Sanders.
No, I think it would be
Calvin
Dan. I think it would be
Johnson,
Dan Campbell.
Oh, you think it'd be Dan Campbell?
Yeah, because the Lions have never been good.
Yeah, I know, but if Jared Goff leads them, I could imagine that.
And the way he's playing now.
Yeah. I mean, he's.
I know people. Like I had a guy yesterday saying, I can't believe they traded Goff. I'd still rather have Matthew Stafford than Jared Goff.
Well, hang on a second. If you take the Super Bowl equation out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so forget won the Super Bowl, all that stuff. And today you get to choose a quarterback. Who do you choose, Goff or Stafford?
For this season or long term?
For your franchise.
Well, I'd take Goff because he's younger.
Yeah,
but for this season, I'd take Stafford.
Yeah, I'd take Stafford right now.
I would take Stafford for this season and the 3 seasons before. Like, I would.
Yeah, no, I mean the 3 seasons before, no question. But I was trying to take that out of it and just say today which quarterback.
Yeah, you want to go. Yeah, but Stafford is the better quarterback. When you need a throw made, you want Stafford making that.
You know
throw
what they kept
off.
saying about Stafford during this last game? They said he was an elite processor. And when I heard that term, I thought, that also describes me. I am also an elite processor. Am I not an elite processor?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
You're
I don't
elite.
know what that is, but...
Well, who's next, Laura?
He's elite. Joe, you're on sports graffiti. Go.
So I'm going back to the President's Cup, watching on Saturday afternoon in the late match, and Tom Kim drops the biggest F-bomb I've ever heard on NBC, like nationwide, and nothing's been said about that. And it's like I don't know what the repercussions are for that, but
well, back in the day, that you would get fined by the FCC if you let that go over your airwaves, but I think they cut you a little slack now with live sporting events. Like I'm assuming they're on a delay.
Although there should be on a delay, right?
Yeah.
Sports went to a delay at some point.
I love Tom Kim. I have zero problem with anyone cussing on TV.
Right? Was it on network? Was it a broadcast or cable?
NBC.
Oh yeah, no, that's
that's
an FCC issue.
Nowadays,
things have gotten pretty loose.
So how does Sportsnet work? Because I hear it all the time in Dodger games where Joe Davis,
doesn't matter. Cable.
It's cable.
It's cable, so
Yeah.
that doesn't
Cable,
matter.
there's
Because
no oversight by
people
the
will pop the
FCC.
ball up and you can just hear the F really loud. Yeah.
Also,
I wish all games were live because then I could listen on the radio while I'm watching the game. Like especially if I'm at the USC game or at the Rams game, I'd love to be listening, but it's like 2 minutes behind.
True.
Laura?
Sorry, that guy. Really? You're going to call and complain about that? We all drop F-bombs. Anyways, Curtis, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
All right, I want you guys to tell Travis Rogers to stop complaining about the Dodgers. Don't worry about it. We are going to win this year. Let's go, Dodgers.
All right, Travis, stop complaining.
Is very down on the Dodgers.
Although he did make a point today that I totally agree with, and I think we all said it at the time. Getting rid of Jason Hayward instead of Chris Taylor was a big mistake.
Well, we all said it.
Yeah, we all said it
at the
in the
time.
moment. Yeah.
And he's proven that.
He's proven it, yeah.
A mistake.
I don't feel good Chris Taylor stepping to the plate in the postseason.
Well, see, that's what we were kind of talking about yesterday.
I don't feel good Chris Taylor stepping to the plate in the regular season.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's been getting hits recently, but either way. So now we talked about it yesterday. 2 of the 3. It's either Kiermaier, Chris Taylor, or who's the third one I'm missing? Or Andy Pages.
Andy Pages. Yeah, I'll go Pages and Kiermaier.
And Kiermaier. But what do you think the Dodgers do?
They are going to go Kiermaier and Taylor.
You think so? I think they go Pages.
You do? Okay.
I do, yeah.
Laura?
You got
Let's go to
Joe.
let's go. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Joe,
No, go ahead.
you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yes, huge Halos fan, Angels fan. Who should buy the Angels?
The guy who owns the Ducks, is that Samueli or is that Ellison? Whoever owns the Ducks should buy the Angels.
Although wasn't Joe
Henry Samueli?
Yeah, he should buy the Angels.
Wasn't Joe Lacob kicking the tires on the Angels at some point when Artie?
I heard he was
claimed
kicking
gonna
the
sell?
tires on the A's. I don't know if he was ever kicking the tires on the, but anything would be better than Artie.
Anybody.
You know,
Anybody.
So, I mean, if they could get that team out from under him, I think they'd have a fight.
Yeah,
chance.
Ramona was the one that reported that Joe Lacob was close to buying the Angels when they were up for sale. So, I mean, Joe Lacob would be a great. How about just a billionaire who's playing a game, who's having fun, and who's not afraid to spend money here and there? It shouldn't be anybody's primary source of income. A lot of these people have got their hedge fund guys. I mean, look at Mark Walter, guys that are absolutely loaded, and they don't really care about the money at the team level.
Bezos?
Jeff Bezos would be a great choice. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, he'd be terrific. Yeah, anybody with money. Uh-oh.
All right, Brandon Gomes is talking at this moment. He is the GM of the Dodgers, and he says the Dodgers are pretty set on Jack Flaherty starting Game 1 and Yoshinobu Yamamoto in Game 2. So basically what we expect, that means Flaherty on Saturday, Yamamoto on Sunday.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's the right combination. And then I would
Are
imagine,
those both night games, Greg? Like 5 o'clock starts?
5:30 on Saturday, 5 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm going to be leaving the Rams game at around 4 so I can watch the game at home.
Yeah, I am going to be juggling back and forth between Rams and Dodgers, USC and Dodgers. I think USC and the Dodgers play at the same time on Saturday.
Well, they're 12:30.
What time does USC play?
USC is in Minnesota.
Yeah, but isn't that a day game?
It's a 4:30 game, so they'll
4:30,
play at the
they'll
same
overlap.
time.
Yeah.
And then I have on Sunday the Laker game is going on at the exact same time as the Dodger game.
Well, you know Michael will have it on his phone.
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And the Rams game is at 1:25, so you can get home.
I'll get home,
and
I'll
see
get
most
home
of
in
the
time.
game.
Yeah, although NFL games are much longer than you think.
You're not-
especially
I
in
know how
person.
long they
You're
are.
not going to the game, Dodgers?
I'm not going to go to the Dodgers game on Saturday.
Because he's going to be at the Ram game.
Okay.
but
Well, I'm going to
you
be
can do it too.
watching USC and the Dodgers, and then Sunday going to the Rams game. Are you going to the Rams game on Sunday, Pepe?
I'm working.
Oh, you're going to go to the USC game, Penn State, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice at the Suites.
Brandon Gomes also reiterates that Dodgers don't anticipate Shohei Ohtani pitching in the playoffs. Ohtani is going to stay on his current progression of throwing bullpen sessions for quite a while.
I think after who's the guy that does the Tommy John surgeries?
Dr. Neil Elatraj.
Yeah, after he came out and said it's a bad idea, I don't know how the Dodgers could even bring it up again.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
People
after he
just
said-
ask. Like the media is always going to ask.
They're going to ask, and he's going to say no, and that's, yeah.
He also says that both Miguel Rojas and Freddie Freeman are progressing well and doing baseball activities. They are confident that they will play on Sunday.
Although I heard Vassay this morning say that they're working out Max Muncy at first base.
Just in case?
In the anticipation that Freddie might not be able to play.
That
Well,
would be
I
a
hope that-
disaster.
And then they would play Kike Hernandez at third.
I hope that everybody's well for the beginning of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dodgers need these guys. Rojas and Freeman are very, very important.
They are. They are. Rojas, defensive segment, and Freddie following Mookie and Shohei makes a huge difference.
By the way, the Astros and Tigers are playing right now. If the Astros lose, they're out.
Over.
They're
Hooray!
done.
What's the score right
Hooray!
0-0 in the sixth.
Oh, come on,
Go
Tigers.
Tigers!
Basically,
Going Tigers.
Go Tigers!
Tigers have a 3-inning game to knock those cheaters out.
By the way, Padres did wind up winning that game last night.
And it wasn't close.
I think
At
there
all.
is an inevitable matchup between the Dodgers and the Padres coming. Although the Braves do have Max Fried going today versus Joe Musgrove, who's kind of the weak link in their rotation.
So we are rooting for, obviously, the Braves to win that game because that also means that Dylan Cease would have
to pitch game
three tomorrow
instead of game one against us.
And then that all pushes everything back. We would probably get Darvish on Saturday and back to Michael King on Sunday.
Darvish has had such success, such memorable moments at Dodger Stadium.
And the Dodgers hit him pretty well, too.
Yeah,
so that's
they
nice.
do hit him well. They do hit him well. Oh, Darvish, Dodger Stadium. I still have flashbacks. All right, coming up next for you, here's what I want to do, John. You sent a story, and I find this really interesting. One of the best columnists in the country, writers in the country, who's always been a strong advocate for women's sports.
Arguably the strongest.
Has got the WNBA turning on her. We've got that coming up next for you. Again, we are live, Hawthorne Boulevard, Redondo Beach. It's 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard at the Ralphs. Big game. James Worthy is here for pictures and autographs and all that stuff. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see how you stack up against some of the best poker players in the world, you got to be at Commerce Casino for a key stop on the WSOP Circuit Tour. Now, the dates are November 13th through the 26th. If you want to know tournament schedule, special player rates on hotel rooms, go to commercecasino.com. Also, you can get an exclusive Commerce Casino and Hotel Citadel Outlets package. That includes a $25 shopping credit, VIP lounge access, complimentary shuttle service, $25 dining credit, free valet parking, and early check-in and late checkout. That's Commerce Casino, 6131 Telegraph Road in Commerce. For more information and a calendar of events, visit commercecasino.com. That's commercecasino.com, and I'll see you at the Commerce. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
One 877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids. This is the Rams Report. Here's Travis Rogers.
After the first 4 weeks of the season, the Rams find themselves in a very serious hole after a 24-18 loss to the Chicago Bears drops their record to 1-3. The Rams dominated in just about every statistical category that there is, getting more first downs than the Bears, getting better on third down than the Bears, more total yards, more offensive plays, and more yardage per play. But the categories that matter the most, turnovers, 2 for the Rams, none for the Chicago Bears, and of course, on the scoreboard at 24-18. Kyron Williams, a good day on the ground, 19 carries, 94 yards. He did get into the end zone for a 7th consecutive game, averaging nearly 5 yards per play. Ronnie Rivers doing a good job on the ground as well. 6 carries, 26 yards, just a little over 4 yards per carry. The Rams dropped to 1-3. Up next, the Green Bay Packers at SoFi Stadium. With Wednesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
That's today's Rams Report on your home of Rams football. 710 ESPN.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for 2, a 2-night hotel stay, and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it is Mason and Ireland live this afternoon from the Ralph Supermarket in Redondo Beach, 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. Meet the legends. And when we say legends, we mean Mason, we mean Ireland, we even mean Bergman, but we also mean Big Game James Worthy. Live until 3 p.m. today at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Right now, back to it, and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
So, Ireland, I got a guy down the street from me, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Who put up a gigantic 20-foot-high skeleton with a pumpkin on top.
All right, what's the date today? The 2nd of October?
Way too early for the gigantic.
No, I think Halloween is a week out. You can start doing stuff a week out.
He's got the cotton on the bushes. He's got the devil faces. He's got the he's got the big spiders in the tree.
You celebrate Halloween for a whole month?
I love to decorate, so I already have my fall stuff out. I just yesterday, because it was October 1st, I put out my Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and then probably throughout the weekend I'll sprinkle other
as you should, absolutely.
And
as
Greg,
you should.
You watch Ernest Scared Stupid every day. In
no,
the
only
month
when
of
I was
October?
7. When it scared me when I was 7, that was the only time. But either way, there's nothing else happening right now. What else are you going to decorate for? It's right now. This is the month of October.
You don't always have to decorate.
See, this
what
is
do you
what I
decorate
understand.
for in July? What do you decorate for in June?
Summer.
You're decorating for.
But there's something big coming up. Halloween.
What
is
about
coming
your
up.
Arbor Day decoration? I mean,
that is not a thing. That is not a thing. You put up trees.
Yeah, you put up
trees. I guess.
Exactly.
I don't understand what you go like. We do this all the time.
It's an eyesore.
You want to do Christmas for 3 months.
Christmas, I'm okay with.
Why?
I'm also okay with Thanksgiving. Like, you go ahead, roll out with your cornucopia. I'm okay with that. But I don't want to see gigantic skeleton.
You're afraid? Are you scary? Is
no,
it too
it's
scary
just,
for you.
It's just ugly. It's junky.
I'm actually with Mason on this.
It's the
You guys are crazy.
It's the spirit. Thank you, Pepe.
You know what? You know what is
Best
an
thing you
abomination?
said all day.
Wait, Greg.
An abomination. What is an abomination?
That they start selling Christmas stuff at the end of July. That is an abomination.
I agree on that. I don't know where they're selling Christmas
Hobby
stuff at the end of July,
and
but that's crazy.
Laura, as you may know, Hallmark Channel has Christmas in July.
Oh, I know.
Yes,
I know.
Where we just they run Christmas movies for a month.
Right.
So there was a bar here in LA that used to, it's no longer operating, which sucks, but they used to have Christmas in July for 2 weeks, and it was so amazing because you literally walked into a winter wonderland. And I loved it.
Oh my God!
It's so
Laura,
cool.
do you have your costume for Halloween?
What are you wearing for Halloween this year?
I don't know yet. I'm still debating, but I know it lands on a Thursday, so I'm excited to dress up. And I actually was thinking that as a group, Mace, you got to be on it, okay? As a group, we should theme it out, and then all of us
Theme it out.
Yeah.
What would that be?
I don't know.
Who would we be if we
I already
themed it
have
out?
my costume.
Well, what are you
going to wear?
I'm not
A
going
llama.
to tell you.
A llama.
The horse. Llama was last year.
Horse.
I'm not going to tell you.
A horse.
A horse.
I think
horse
we
would be
should
great.
theme it out.
No. A horse with no name.
Theme it out.
Yeah,
No,
for the show.
I haven't worn a costume for Halloween for 20 years, I don't think.
We can
do it this year.
This is your year.
This is the year?
Yeah,
do
this is
it.
the year. Laura, you get to pick for everybody.
Uh-oh.
Does that work?
Nah.
Yeah, you pick
You're picking the theme.
I think
Okay.
I'm on the road.
Are you on the road?
Yeah.
I think you just want to be
If
on
it
the
was
road. I don't
any
know if you
other
are.
day, right?
That's the day you work with your Comrex at home.
Yeah. No,
In a costume.
No, I think I'm actually on the road. I think I'm in Toronto.
You are.
Oh, okay.
You are in the road.
Do they
The
celebrate?
30th is in
Do they
Cleveland.
celebrate Halloween in Toronto? Probably not. It's
Probably
an
not.
American thing, right?
They might have, Canadian Halloween somewhere.
Yeah, Canadian
It could
Halloween's
be in July.
probably a different
Oh
day.
my God.
Hey, what?
Somebody gave me a great idea.
Okay.
on the chat because Greg sometimes says that you dress up like Gru. So you could be Gru and then we could be the minions.
Yeah, but they were all minions to
I
Mason.
don't want to be a minion.
No, you would be Gru.
I would be Gru. Yeah, I don't like minions. Like if minions,
It's
if there
easy.
was I used to be a hunter when I was growing up. If there was a minion season, I would have a blast. I think those minions are so annoying.
They're so annoying. They're amazing. They're so funny.
So annoying.
You're a Gru.
Yeah. They're just like little obnoxious thumbs running around.
In overalls?
Hey, Ireland, did you watch the David Chase documentary?
Parts of it. I never got through all of it.
So this is the question I came out of it with. The ending they spent a lot of time on.
Right.
Okay. Was that a good ending?
No.
Okay, why?
Because good endings are like the ending to Breaking Bad, where all loose ends get tied up. All the ending to The Sopranos did was keep everybody guessing. Did they die?
We don't know.
Yes.
I mean, you make your own conclusion. Do you think they died?
I don't.
I do.
I do. I think they got wiped out in that diner. But here's the thing. We're still talking about that ending. How many years has it been? 20 years later
but
and debating that ending?
We still talk about the Game of Thrones ending, and it wasn't any good.
Right. It was the Game of Thrones ending was bad. But
Seinfeld ending was bad.
It was bad, although Larry David then repeated it for Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I thought was a great thumb in your nose at everything. Now, I think the fact that we still talk about the ending, and you didn't get to the end of the documentary?
Not yet.
Are you going?
Maybe.
What is the name of the documentary?
David Chase, Wise Guy, something like that. It's on Max. Because then I won't spoil the ending of the documentary.
For that, I have to listen to the Culture Pop podcast?
Yes, that's where I'll spoil that. That's where I'll spoil that. All right. So Christine Brennan is a really good writer, by the way, who happens to have been born in Toledo, Ohio.
No kidding.
Yeah. Columnist for USA Today. She's always been a big advocate for women's sports. And
maybe the biggest that exists out there.
And you probably remember this. Caitlin Clark was poked in the eye by Connecticut Sun guard Dejanay Carrington during a playoff game last week. Clark ended up with a black eye. Was it an incidental poke? Was it a deliberate poke? In the case of Christine Brennan, she said, she asked, did you intend to hit her in the eye?
Well, listen to this 47-second clip and wait till you hear what the WNBA did to her after this interview took place. If you listen to the WNBA, this was the worst, most egregious interview ever done. Here it is.
Dejanay? Yeah. Did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am. So yeah.
Did you and Marina kind of laugh about it afterwards? It looked like there was later on in the game they caught you guys laughing about it.
No, I just told you I didn't even know I hit her. So I can't laugh about something I didn't know happened.
All right, so that seemed to me like she asked some tough questions, but she didn't go out of bounds in any way.
The did you laugh about it thing was probably the thing that the WNBA is pissed off about, right? Because then it's like you're getting in there, you're getting your hands on it, you're kind of stirring stuff up and creating something that may or may not be there, right?
Yeah, but I didn't think that was – I mean, if you look at the statement that the WNBA issued, it's like Christine Brennan – committed the greatest crime against women's sports ever.
Right, and she's one of the great supporters of women's sports.
Yeah, I don't know what the WNBA is doing. They botched the Caitlin Clark thing from the word go, even though Caitlin Clark basically quadrupled their attendance.
Yep.
They have, and now they're making an enemy out of one of their biggest advocates. I just think they're starting to remind me, the people that are running the WNBA are starting to remind me the people who run the NCAA.
Right.
Who I always say are the Keystone Cops. They're just running into each other. They don't know what they're doing.
Who's the commissioner of the WNBA? Who is that person? Because that person is bungling this entire thing.
Right.
Well, I totally agree with you because he makes the really wrong decisions, doesn't see what's going on, the reality of what's going on with the WNBA. We talk about how important Caitlin is for the WNBA. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Right.
Right. And they've just continuously botched it. and I don't know if they have a need for a new commissioner or if
I would say yes,
or if they just I mean, really. You're going to attack Christine Brennan?
What would Adam Silver do if he was the commissioner of the WNBA?
Christine Brennan.
And he would have promoted Caitlin Clark
totally.
the right way.
Totally.
It's like they're benefiting and yet not promoting. It really doesn't make any sense. I would say the commissioner of that league, whoever the hell it is screwing this up. All
okay,
right.
So here's what they wrote about her.
Okay.
To unprofessional members of the media like Christine Brennan. All right, that's how they start a statement from the league office. You are not fooling anyone. That so-called interview in the name of journalism was a blatant attempt to bait a professional athlete into participating into a narrative that is false and designed to fuel racist, homophobic, and misogynistic vitriol on social media. You cannot hide behind your tenure. Instead of demonstrating the cornerstones of journalism, ethics like integrity, objectivity, and fundamental commitment to the truth, you have chosen to be indecent and downright insincere. You have abused your privileges and do not deserve the credentials issued to you. And you certainly are not entitled to any interviews with the members of this union and any other athlete in the sport. We call on USA Today to review its principles. We believe a violation of several of those core principles, including seeking and reporting the truth. That is, you talk about an atomic bomb for a speeding
way
ticket.
over the top.
It's just, I mean.
Now, let me ask you, though, throw them out. Throw that statement out.
Right.
Would you have asked that follow-up question? In other words, she said, did you intend to poke her in the eye? And she said no. Then she went back in and said, you were laughing about that with a teammate. Were you laughing about that with a teammate during the game? That's the question that the WNBA, and it is sort of a narrative that's going on. So I understand that. I don't think it's a ridiculous question, but I don't know that I would have asked that follow-up. Would you?
I don't know. Probably not. But your body of work has to stand for something.
Yeah.
And Christine Brennan has a body of work that precedes her. And for them to pick her to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, there are journalists. I mean, you and I have talked about it. You guys were a lot more offended by it than I was about the guys from a website that challenged the WNBA to play a men's high school team.
I thought that was just stupid.
You know, that I could see a response like what they issued.
Yeah, right.
To attack Christine Brennan like this, whoever okayed that statement needs to be suspended or fired. It's just ridiculous.
All right.
Totally ridiculous, because it's just a question on something that happened, and probably they don't want them to know that it happened.
Right. All right, so the Raiders, are there any Raiders fans? Oh, we got a Raiders fan.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple here.
There you go.
So I don't know if you
Love
heard this,
it.
but they're going to trade Devontae Adams.
Shocking.
And interestingly, if the trade were made today, there are only 4 teams with the cap space to be able to do it. I'll
Really?
tell you what those 4 teams are coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
BMO Stadium is the place to be tonight.
Olivier Giroud has scored. It's one day.
LAFC are playoff bound, but first must finish the final 4 games of the regular season. Hawanga, Giroud, Lloris, and the Black and Gold welcome St. Louis City SC to downtown LA. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now. 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com. AVNERGAT. AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
And it is Mason and Ireland live this afternoon from the Ralph Supermarket in Redondo Beach, 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard. Meet the legends. And when we say legends, we mean Mason, we mean Ireland, we even mean Bergman, but we also mean Big Game James Worthy. Live until 3 p.m. today at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Right now, back to it, and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
Live from Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Great afternoon in the South Bay. A lot of people hanging out. Big Game James Worthy is here. He's signing autographs and taking pictures and all that stuff. We are getting ready. The trade deadline in the NFL isn't until November the 5th, I think.
Okay, so after
right
Halloween.
And there are only, at this moment, 4 teams that have the salary cap to get Davante Adams to trade for him now. Now, remember, the further it goes along, the less you owe Davante Adams. So more teams will be available next week and the following week and the following week after that.
But isn't he signed for 2 more years after this?
Signed for 2 more years, but you can't take the hit of more than $12.5 million. So
okay.
The teams that have room are the Jets, likely potential destination, the Washington Commanders.
Hey,
your commies.
my commies.
The commies. Dallas. And let's see, who's the fourth one?
Steelers?
New Orleans.
Is the Steelers.
Ooh.
The Steelers. Now, where does he make the most sense?
Jets.
They've been saying that all summer.
Yeah,
that I was going to go to the Jets.
Now, if you're Davante Adams.
When him and Rodgers were together, Adams was the best wide receiver in football. He's going to be 32 this year. You know, when he got traded from the Packers to the Raiders, they got a 1 and a 2 for him. I don't think they can get that much anymore.
No, I mean, no. The word is a second-round pick.
And second plus. You'll get other compensations.
Fourth or fifth, whatever that is.
He's still a very, very good receiver.
He's excellent.
He's excellent, yeah. I mean, is it, 33? Is that what you said, John?
32.
32.
32 this year, yeah.
Just on the verge of being out of his prime. Right, so I think he's worth a second-round pick. Yesterday, the speculation, I think you guys thought 2 number ones.
I said I would pay 2 number ones, but it's not going to cost him that much.
Yeah, he's on sale for a second-round pick and some extra stuff.
I don't think he'll go to Dallas.
I don't think so either. I think it's going to be
him and CeeDee Lamb. Could you imagine that?
I think
Adams and Lamb,
Pittsburgh, Washington, or the Jets. Pittsburgh, Washington, or the Jets.
Well, you'd make any of those teams better.
Oh yeah.
What about New Orleans? Because he wants to go to New Orleans.
New Orleans doesn't have room for him yet. Now, if they wait another 3 weeks, they would potentially have a chance to reunite Derek Carr with Devontae
The
Adams.
interesting thing, Pepe, about both New Orleans and the Jets is if he went there, both of those teams have pretty well-established number one wide receivers. Garrett Wilson for the Jets and Chris Olave for the Saints.
True.
So, I mean, Adams wouldn't get double-teamed a lot in either one of those places. It would that would be a really good move for either one of those teams.
Right. And from a Raiders perspective, I think it makes sense. Look, they're not going to win this year.
Correct.
They're not going to win. They're potentially going to have a really good draft pick next year where they can take a quarterback, whether that be Jalen Milroe or Shedeur Sanders or any of those guys that will be on the board near the top of the draft. So I think it makes sense for the Raiders to move him, and I don't care where he wants to go. I'm going to trade him where I get the best pick.
That's the only thing I would care about. Is who gives me the best return. Like some people, you said that yesterday on the show you would never trade him to Kansas City if you were the Raiders.
I don't think they would ever trade him to Kansas City.
But if Kansas City offers you the best return, then you have to do it.
Yeah, I cannot imagine a scenario where the Raiders trade him within the division. Could you actually think they would?
No.
I only care about the return.
No, but do you think they care?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but they do.
Yeah.
I don't. There's no chance that they do because you're not going to trade him to a team that has won 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls with the best quarterback, and he's in your division. There's just no way that the Raiders would actually do that.
They hate Kansas City.
Yes, 100%.
Really?
Right.
That's like saying,
by the way,
send him to San Diego.
Kansas City's pick is going to be like the last pick in the second round.
Yeah, but look what they did.
It's not a high second rounder.
Look what they did this year. Kansas City was just sitting there in the first round, and nobody takes the fastest guy in the draft and just leaves him for the Chiefs. So the Chiefs are playing chess when everybody else is playing
But I
chess.
guess what I'm saying is if I'm the Raiders, I want to pick at the top of the second round instead of the end of the second round. So I think they're
you take the best pick, best package. You
the
can.
worst team, the better.
Now think of Washington because the quarterback for Washington is
he's good. John's.
He's really
That's my new
good.
team.
Yeah,
Pepe.
that's his new team. The commies.
The
Did you know that?
commies.
The Commanders.
I'm
and
looking
the
for a
commies.
team. They're in the lead.
Yeah, he gave up. He's a commies.
I'm doing that game on Sunday.
You're
nice.
doing the commies game?
Who are they playing?
Washington, Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Washington's going to win that game.
Another win.
When are you going to make this official? When are you going to actually choose your team?
I'm in no hurry.
We should get. We should get
Matthew Berry?
Magic on.
Magic. Oh,
Magic, one of the owners of the.
Yeah, that's another reason.
And
you could make a commitment.
He'll tell you so many wonderful things.
He will.
About
Yes.
everything.
He'll make the commies out to be the greatest football team in the history of the world.
I'm sure already. He
Matthew
loves
Berry
being
on
called
Friday
the
is
commies.
a commie fan. You
He's
can
a
talk to
commie
him
fan.
about it.
Yeah. Thank you, Reddit, for that nickname.
Hey, so I got something here for you.
Okay.
This is from Dodgers Nation. 81% of MLB experts. Hey, see you
All right,
later,
James. See you, man.
Thanks,
Thank you. 81% of MLB experts polled at ESPN believe that the Padres will take down the Dodgers in the NLDS. They haven't even made it to the NLDS yet.
So this is how many
ESPN.
reporters?
It was 27 reporters. 22 picked the Padres. 5 picked the Dodgers.
Well, I think the winner of the Padres-Dodgers series will go to the World Series.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best team will come out of that series. It is going to be a dogfight.
But how does ESPN, I mean, I know we love our home here, but how do you pick the Padres? 22 people picked the Padres over the best team in
Because
baseball.
the Padres aren't scared of the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers aren't afraid of the Padres.
Did beat us up during the season.
Yeah, we just won 2 or 3. It would have been all 3 if it wasn't a triple play.
John just had an
What?
2 men on, nobody out for the Astros in the bottom of the 7th.
Ooh.
First and second, nobody out.
Who's up?
What's the score?
1-0 Detroit.
Dubon is up.
Go Tigers.
Double play.
And by the way, really important that the Braves do win tonight.
Yes.
Because then they have to burn Dylan Cease in Game 3. Can't bring him back in Game 1 on Saturday night at Dodger Stadium. All right, so we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. We are live at the Ralph's at 1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach. We're hanging out here. Big Game James is taking off, but all kinds of stuff, including if you scan the QR code or you go to ESPNLA.com, you can win our Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes running through October the 13th. Grand prize winner, wine tour for 2 at Francis Ford Coppola Winery, round-trip airfare for 2, and 2-night hotel stay. Again, Again, come here, scan the QR code, or go to espnla.com to enter. What's Up, Fools? Next, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let's talk about your smile. Dr. Monica Madden at Beverly Hills Orthodontics is the best. They love supporting athletes. Whether you're on the field, the court, the track, Dr. Madden and her team will ensure you get the best orthodontic care to keep your smile strong and healthy through every practice and every game. You can check them out at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. With 4 locations, your orthodontic treatment is convenient no matter where you are. 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
710 ESPN.
Comes LeBron into end, slam dunk right in Paul George's face, and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club.
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Just as every point matters, every detail counts in our meticulously crafted vehicles. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Welcome to Cadillac of Beverly Hills, the #1 Cadillac dealer in the Western region for the 3rd year in a row. Come and check out the incredible selection of new and pre-owned vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for 2, a 2-night hotel stay and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, October 6th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you can enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted brand name in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599 right now and get 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub today with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you have lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, call 800-717-4599. That's 800-717-4599. 800-717-4599.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys, I'm going to take it away. Thank you so much. And
Cool.
I found this clip that I know is going to get a laugh out of you guys. Have you guys heard of a titty monkey?
You can't say that on the radio.
What?
You should.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, what?
T-Y, right?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Teedy.
Teedy, yeah.
Okay, well,
A TD monkey.
the
Different.
Chicago morning
I had
show
heard of the other, but
had
I never heard
the
of the TD monkey.
That's a different website.
The Chicago morning show had a ball with this. Here's a quick 20-second clip on it.
All right, we got a nature story, Paul, at number 2. You're a big nature guy. Let's talk about the elusive titty monkeys.
Oh, all right.
You won't find titties here in the States unless you're at the zoo.
Huh.
In fact, you can find Bolivian gray titties right here at Lincoln Park Zoo.
Really, at Lincoln Park? They've got the great titties there.
Is that how that's pronounced?
Well, in a lot of places it's TT, but here in the greatest country on earth, we're going to call them titties.
I just thought this was hilarious, the fact that they got away with it, because you got me, Greg. But I want to know, would you guys, because you guys corrected me really quick. It's like, hey, that's not the correct way.
TT.
But, come on, you guys would have had the same fun that they did, right?
Oh, no.
Never. We're very professional.
Of course.
So mature. We would know the animal kingdom, part of the animal kingdom it's from. We'd know where in the world, and we speak of the TT with great authority.
You know the genus.
I know the all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that
class,
story in.
you know.
And it's called titis.
Oh, you say
Titties.
it's tatis?
Titis.
Like
No,
titties?
it is a
That's a new
TITI
drop.
monkey.
TT.
TT.
Okay, titis or titis?
Yeah. Laura,
By the way, Brian totally got that as a
Yeah,
new
we
drop.
did. We did. We totally got it. It's a new drop.
Pepe saying it, yeah. It's perfect.
Pepe can't say anything without it turning into a drop.
Yeah, the horse.
That's why it's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, one of these national days today that I thought was a pretty funny one to see if you guys have ever had one of these. So it's National Name Your Car Day. And when I saw this, I don't know, John and Mace, you guys kind of seem like the dudes that would have a name for your car. So have you ever had a name for your car, or do you currently?
My very first car I bought for $500 cash. It was a Chevy Monza. And the N was, the Z had fallen off of the nameplate. So my car was named Mona. M-O-N-A.
Lisa, my wife, had a car like that. She had a Mercury Monarch, and so many of the letters had dropped off the thing that they called that car the NAR.
The NAR. I like that, too.
Yeah, because that was the only letters that were left.
My car doesn't have a name now. Does your car have a name?
No.
No?
I just want it to run.
What's the name of your car?
My first car was a VW Orange.
Yeah.
And we call it in Spanish tomaton.
Tomaton, which means?
Tomato is red.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there you go.
So if the car is orange, why did you go with
It was
tomato?
orange red.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It had
we call
orangey red, and you went tomato instead of orange.
Right.
Tomato. Whoopie-doo.
Yeah, sure. Whoopie-doo is right. Berg would never name a
you
car.
ask me, okay?
I know, and I accept the answer.
Now they should play I'm in love with my car.
Yeah, sure. No, I call it car. Like,
Car.
I'm going to get my car. It's
Right.
my car.
You-
No, I don't. I don't
you
need
never
a name
named a
in
car?
It. No, why?
Like even
It's
when you
my
were
car.
young?
Yeah, no, I don't need a name for my car.
God.
Yeah.
I have no interest in it.
Mona got me everywhere.
Sure, good
Yeah.
for
I
you.
bet
Yeah,
she
no.
did.
Mona got you everywhere?
Yeah, got me everywhere.
This is my first
Hey, DeMarco's here doing shopping.
There you go. Hey,
stuff.
He actually bought some
play
stuff.
some stuff, fool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
DeMarco. Next,
What's up, fool?
please.
All right, guys. So
Please.
we were trying to play this yesterday, and
Okay.
back to Mason. Mason said that Chad Ochocinco had the reason why Puka got hurt. So I'm going to play you that clip.
Puka Nacua had a historic rookie season last year with the Rams. You know what he ate every day? He had McDonald's. He was a McDonald's advocate just like I am. He changed his diet in the offseason and started eating healthy. It's not a coincidence.
I think the thing is, Ocho, is that I don't think the guys give their body enough time to rest.
They barely even practice.
So, do you guys really believe that the reason why Puka got hurt is because he stopped eating McDonald's?
It's an interesting question. No.
Clearly.
Although I didn't know you were going to bring this up today. We were talking to Jared Vanderbilt at Media Day the other day.
Oh, yeah.
On Monday. And Vanderbilt was talking about how he was a vegan. You know, he's had injury problems his entire career.
True.
Bill Walton had a weird diet. He had injury problems his entire career. So there could be something to it.
Yeah, I mean, I have not eaten McDonald's in a long time, but I'll tell you what, I do love McDonald's. I love a good owner.
There's one right around the corner.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but I don't think it has anything to do with it. I do think, though, if it's part of a ritual, like if Puka ate McDonald's the day before every game and then quit eating McDonald's, maybe the ritual got screwed up. But no, I don't think putting that in your body is preventing you from getting hurt.
No, absolutely not. But I get McDonald's pretty regularly just for the breakfast. It's so good. I love McDonald's.
I told you I got a bag of McDonald's.
I hardly ever.
I got a bag of McDonald's 2 weeks ago. Big Mac, 20-piece chicken McNuggets,
so
and
good.
large
20 piece, all for you?
I needed all 20 pieces, too.
Jeez.
Last night I broke
Big
down.
Mac and 20 pieces is nuts.
Juan's out of town. I ordered carrot cake to be delivered.
Of course you did.
It's not donuts, so you did better there. No DKs.
You don't drink coffee and then you
I do
eat
drink
all of
coffee.
this? You said you hate coffee.
I hate coffee. I drink it, though. I chug it.
With your eyes closed.
Yeah, basically, I chug it as fast as I can.
He
I
does.
just want the caffeine in me.
Every single morning.
Every single morning, 2 quad espressos. Yeah.
So why wouldn't you just drink Red Bull?
Because Red Bull gives
Red
me
Bull.
this weird chemical-y feeling.
Okay.
I think coffee's natural, and Red Bull is weird.
You get jittery.
Yeah.
It's like 5-hour energy. You get jittery.
What's that?
Red Bull, no good.
Red Bull, no good. There you have it.
Sugar.
Pepe has the final word.
If you drink the sugar-free one, Pepe, is it better?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys, so we have the 8-year anniversary on this day, October 12th, 2016. Vin Scully's last broadcast, Oracle Park in San Francisco. Comes up every year. It always makes me tear up a little bit kind of deal that, man, Vin Scully's last broadcast. What is your guys'
Hey, DeMarco's here with the whole basket full of groceries.
Is that for us?
We'll take a banana.
Let's see. No, let's see what you got.
Oh, yeah, let's see what.
You
Sorry about that,
got
Ryan.
some
We're gonna-
wine. We like that.
Yeah, she
the
talked.
bubbly. I like the
Oh,
bubbly.
she
She
got
talked
the
me
bubbly.
into a
That's nice.
Coppola.
You got
The Chardonnay.
Coppola.
Yeah.
Industrial strength box of Ritz crackers.
That's it, right.
I like that.
This is all like me and my daughter's stuff. Some bananas,
this one
mushrooms.
Very impressive.
Is this
very
too
healthy.
much? I wanted the smaller one.
No, you're
No,
fine.
that's a lot of mushrooms.
That's a lot of mushrooms?
Yeah.
Are you that for one meal? You can do 2 meals.
I just got to
out of
make
that.
this all in 1 week, right?
Yeah, just 1
okay.
week.
So
Yeah.
we're having mushrooms this
I don't
week.
think mushrooms really go bad, do
Hey,
they?
put it up to the camera.
You got-
They
I
can.
know, put
They
it
can.
into the
They can.
camera.
Yeah,
you have
right
the
here. Yeah.
industrial strength
There you go.
Listerine in
There
there.
you go. Yes, I'm out. So I split it with me and my daughter.
Serious about your
Yeah.
Listerine.
There you
yeah.
go. Don't you guys
That is
use
a lot
mouthwash?
of
Man,
Oh,
good
I-
man.
I use that one.
Yes.
I use
Yeah,
Scope.
You
but
go
yeah.
through this stuff, don't
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
very
So
quickly.
I did some shopping. I like this Ralph's in here. It's big.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Biggest,
Yes.
biggest supermarket ever.
Is this your neighborhood?
Right up the block. About 20 minutes.
What's your address?
Up the hill.
Oh,
I'm
my
not telling you
God.
where I live. I was going to invite you guys over, but you're busy working.
Yeah, we're busy
Yeah,
working.
You're busy working.
If it was any
not
other
afterwards.
day.
Any other day. I love that. Yeah.
You know, now that you're here, how do you... I mean, Travis Rogers is the glass is never half full.
I didn't know that.
It's always half
I'm
empty.
learning about that.
So
yeah.
how do you deal with that sort of constant stream of negativity?
I don't get it like you guys got it. It's
No?
different when I'm in there with him. Yeah, it's relentlessly positive when I start. So if he starts going negative, we go positive.
Now, do you think does he believe the Dodgers are going to win the World Series? Because
no.
back in August he said they will not.
It's gloom and doom. It is.
Yeah,
it's
that's
gloom
too
and doom.
bad.
He keeps bringing up starting pitching. He's worried about.
I'm not worried about that.
Are you not worried?
Are you not worried? I'm worried.
I think it's a concern.
It's a concern for 3 and 4, but I think they're going to be fine. They have a good enough bullpen to block if they don't go long.
Right. I mean, I just see a world where maybe maybe Yamamoto goes 4.
But then your bullpen is good enough to carry you. So if it's 4 good innings, that's all you need.
And that
Travis is with you there, but he thinks the bullpen will get taxed. So even if it's going right, at some point you're going to run out of gas in the bullpen.
They also have enough guys in that bullpen now that they can actually handle that, I feel like.
Well,
they
one
have
of those-
enough, 6-7 dudes that they can actually throw out there and get you
But
out.
one of those starters has got to
go long.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right.
Flaherty, I think
they need
Flaherty
some
goes,
depth.
goes
They need
6.
some depth.
Yeah.
Flaherty would be the good one. Then you've saved the bullpen for later on in the series.
Absolutely.
My man Pepe, what's happening? Yeah, what's happening? I walked the entire store. This is steps for
It's
the day.
a lot.
I'm going,
counts.
I'm going shopping right after this show ends.
Yes, nice, right? Yeah.
Where are you on steps today?
Let's see. I think I'm short today. 'Cause
Short
I got
today?
up a little late, but I think I'm close to
Yeah,
8,000.
Do you walk this
Were you
morning,
accountable
right?
today?
I was accountable. Are you on that thing?
I'm not. You
I
can
have
put
not.
me in if you want.
I have not been accountable for 2 straight days.
I know. Where are you?
I took a couple of days off.
You can't be doing that.
No, I was deloading.
You do it for
I
the
was
other
deloading.
guy. What does deloading mean?
Deloading means you've lifted a lot, and now it's time to deload and let your body
Like
recover.
rest and relax. That sounds like Kawhi Leonard stuff. That really does.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Where's my stuff? Yeah.
DeMarco, do you walk all the way to your house?
5 miles. Huh?
Do you walk from here to your house?
No. I got to drive up. But my little park is right up the hill where I walk all the time.
At 5 o'clock in the morning. Where,
Always at 5
morning.
o'clock
where
in
you're
the morning.
chasing little old ladies.
Well, not really chasing. They just kind of move.
You know, Ireland
Yeah.
should be on the accountability text. He could just, take a video of wandering around the house in the middle of the night.
I could.
3 a.m.
John, do
3
you
a.m.
exercise?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Like, what do you do?
But basically,
golf.
Yeah, well, the
That's
golf
exercise.
Golf
Yeah.
is probably the thing I do more than anything else. But like tomorrow, I'm leaving to go to Palm Desert. We'll be out there for 4 days. Those hotel gyms, as you know,
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah.
So
They're
I'll
good
be in
stuff.
there every day.
But when you golf, do you cart or do you walk the course?
Normally cart.
Normally cart.
'Cause
Can
it's
you
a-
walk the course?
Yeah, some of my friends do. Worthy and I always ride.
That's. I hope so.
And we still walk.
I missed Worthy,
a
didn't
mile.
I?
Yeah, you
Dang,
he left already.
that's my guy. I love that dude. Big, tall dude. Yeah.
I got some good news for you guys.
What?
In the top of the 8th, thank you, Laura, the Detroit Tigers tied the game at 2. It's a 2-2 game in the top of the 8th.
I love it.
Oh, Astros
Tigers,
on the brink.
Astros tied up.
All right, I got to get my
such
fish
a
home.
shame.
I
All
got
right,
fish.
yeah.
Yes, good to see you
Absolutely.
guys.
Great
Thanks
seeing
for
you.
I told you
stopping
to
by.
stop by. Good to
Stopping
see
by.
you.
Good
Johnny,
seeing you.
good to see you, Pat.
See you
Yes, sir.
back in the studio.
By the way,
tomorrow.
your buddy Sean McVay is supposed to be joining us coming up next.
Ask
Oh,
him
is
what
he?
he meant when he misspoke.
About?
You didn't see the miss?
No.
Yeah, when he kind of combined words.
No.
It's
What
on
was it?
Twitter. Yeah, he said something. He meant to say something. Something else came out.
Sean
Yes.
Yeah, we'll figure out.
It'll
what
be
that
funny.
is.
Ask
Yeah.
him about
Yeah,
it.
we'll
Yeah.
figure out what that is. We've got him after the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, when he's ready after
When
practice
he's
is over, but it should be
DeMarco,
at
great
2.
seeing you, man.
Thank you, DeMarco.
Thank you. All right, so we got Sean McVay coming up. Do you want to do one more What's Up, Fool? Do you have something, Brian?
Yeah, I would just go back to the Vince Scully one here.
Yes.
So, 8-year anniversary of Vince Scully's last broadcast. To me, the all-time best broadcaster ever. What is your favorite Scully memory to you?
Probably Gibson's homer, just because it was such a. I mean, it might arguably be the greatest moment in Los Angeles sports history.
Yeah.
And he let the moment breathe. He was doing it on network TV. Probably Gibson's homer for me.
For me, this isn't like his greatest moment, but one of my greatest moments was riding up in the elevator with Vin Scully and having a brief conversation with him. I was like, he couldn't have been a nicer guy. Knew the elevator operator, knew everybody that gotten in. I introduced myself. Couldn't have been cooler. Couldn't have been nicer. I mean, meeting Vin Scully was a really big deal. I also remember very clearly, my dad was such a fame chaser. I got a little bit of that. So we saw Vin Scully at the airport. And my dad didn't know it was Vin Scully. And I pointed him out. I said, Dad, that's Vin Scully. My dad takes his camera, runs over to Vin Scully right away. Vin, can I get a picture? Just mugged Vin Scully for all intents and purposes. So that's another thing I remember about Vin. And by the way, also there, couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Sure is.
Very nice guy. I met him. Same thing. In person, he's down to earth, and that's what I said. The great people are always down to earth.
They are, yeah.
I never got to meet him. That's one of the sad things of my life. I never got to meet Vin Scully. I have him tattooed on my forearm. But the biggest memory for me is that I got to actually talk to him on the phone because we got him to come on and talk to you guys. It was probably 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
and I was going to go say goodbye to him and hung the phone up in the middle
of the
no. So that my memory of Vin Scully is that. But I think Sean McVay is here now, so if you guys want to talk to him.
Oh, good.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's bring is Coach McVay there. Joining us right now is
here.
Rams head coach Sean McVay.
Hi, Coach.
Sean, how are you, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Let's talk about Chicago. Obviously, a game you could have won. I know you go back and look at film of all these games. Where do you think that one got away, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, I think there was the key pivot, I thought, was not finishing drives in the red zone. We had plenty of opportunities to be able to do that. And for us to have what felt like total control of the game, but to only be up 6-0 was disappointing because our defense was getting stops. Offensively, we're moving the ball, but we had, some situations where we stalled out and there was points to be had. And so starting at the third drive, we call a play action protection, and they end up, forcing a sack fumble, and they recover it, and that gives them life. And it looks like we're going to get a sudden change stop and get a penalty that puts the ball in the one. And then you're sitting there and you're saying, man, it's 7-6. And, we kind of went back and forth, and there was enough opportunities. And you don't want to take away credit from Chicago, but I believe that there was a lot of things that we're capable of executing at a higher level that we didn't do, and that ended up leading to the result that we got.
So defense, at least to my eye, Coach, my amateur eye, looked like it was kind of tale of two parts of the defense. I thought unbelievable pressure. Jared Verse was great. Actually had 2 sacks negated by defensive holding. Braden Fisk forced a fumble in there, but gave up a lot of yards on the ground to DeAndre Swift, who really had his way. Talk about the defense and sort of that the pass pressure versus the run defense.
Yeah, I mean, you just mentioned it. And really, in a lot of instances, we had knocked out the run fairly early, did a good job with that. They had some penalties that extended some drives, and then, he breaks off a long touchdown, and, we didn't execute the way that we were supposed to do on the second and third level of the defense. And so I was, relatively pleased with our front. But, football is the greatest team sport that there is, and we're all in this together. But we've got to do a great job of playing 11 as one, and that's on offense, defense, and special teams. We've got to continuously provide clarity and do a good job of communicating with our guys, and that will lead to better quality football, and want to see that start to improve for us on a consistent basis because there was moments of positive things, but there was too often, not that execution that I believe we're capable of to play the caliber of football that I think we should be playing.
Sean, it's well documented that you have a coaching tree in the NFL now, that a lot of your assistants have gone on to be head coaches in other places. Here comes one of them into town this week with the Packers in Matt LaFleur. Is that fun for you to go up against your friends, or if you had your druthers, would you rather not? Because obviously one of you guys has to win and one's going to lose. How do you feel going up against somebody you're friends with and that you like?
Yeah, it's definitely more fun when we can both win in a weekend.
Yeah.
So, Matt's a really close friend of mine. We've been really close friends for a long time. Obviously, his brother Mike is our offensive coordinator. There's a lot of ties between the LaFleur and the McVay family. But, when these games kick off, it's about, the Rams versus the Packers. There's a familiarity, but we've been fortunate to be in these positions a handful of times. He's a great coach, does an excellent job with his group, and we got our hands full.
Sean, obviously you're dealing with injuries, both Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Darius Williams out, multiple guys out. How close is it possible that we see Puka and Cooper Kupp after the bye?
At some point I'm hoping so. Exactly when that point is, I don't know that yet. We've missed those guys. We've missed a lot of guys, like you mentioned. But in the meantime, it's given other guys an opportunity to step up, to get good experience, and for us to continue to develop as a team. And the season goes on. It's a race to maturity. We've got to continue to do a good job of accelerating our progress. And, and that's all we can do is focus on it one day at a time.
Every time I watch Jared Verse play, Coach, I think, man, that guy doesn't look like a rookie to me. But you watch him closer than I do. When you talk to Verse, when you guys, have conversations with the defensive coaches, talk to him, how can he get better? Or is he already really good and he just needs time on the field?
No, he's really disruptive. I mean, he's doing a great job of making an impact in these games. Been really proud of Jared. as you accumulate experience, you continue to understand where your opportunities arise to make a play. And sometimes it's not about making a play. It's about funneling the ball back inside. And so I think you'll continue to understand that, where you can play consistent, where you're going to get a bunch of opportunities to impact the game, but then sometimes it might not be that might not be your calling and, for the integrity of the defense. But this guy's a stud. He's so coachable. He's tough as hell. He represents a lot of the things where he'll be a building block for us for years to come.
One of the players that has really jumped out the last couple of weeks, and especially with Puka and Cooper Kupp out, Colby Parkinson has made some really big catches for you. Talk about his contribution.
Yeah, he's done a great job. We really liked him, from Seattle, seeing him up close and personal, the development over the last couple of years. Nick Caley's an excellent tight end coach that does a great job developing those guys. And Colby has made strides. He's had good production in both phases, so we've been really pleased with Colby.
Sean, this is a weird one. Jared Goff, who, of course, you used to coach, went 18 for 18 the other day, and he did not have a perfect passer rating. Even though he threw no interceptions, he actually caught a touchdown pass. He played to what looked like to a perfect game. Do you put any stock in QBR, or do you kind of just shake your head and think that's a media-created thing?
Yeah, I think you look at it snap by snap. He played great. He did an excellent job. I thought his ability to make good decisions, play in timing and rhythm, looked pretty fluid, catching the touchdown pass. They looked awesome on offense at Detroit. And, he had a spin move in the pocket where he ended up resetting and hitting a curl. He looked great. He did an awesome job. They look like a really, really dang good team, and they looked awesome and explosive on offense. So I was happy for Jared. Looked like a perfect quarterback rating to me. I don't know what it is if it's not.
Me too.
I'm curious about Blake Corum, who's got a little action at the end of the game a couple of weeks ago, but hasn't really gotten touches in key situations. I know Ronnie Rivers is kind of the go-to if Kyron Williams is not on the field. Where's Blake Corum in his development?
Yeah, he's continuing to develop. We'll look to see if those opportunities arise moving forward. He's a guy that has got a really bright future, really coachable, does a great job, made a big impact with the kick return to start the game against Arizona. We love him. It's just like you guys said, hasn't had those opportunities quite yet, but we'll see when those chances present themselves. He continues to work, stays humble, and I love Blake Corum.
All right, Coach, last thing. We're settle an argument for us. Mason and I both think it's too early to decorate for Halloween. Everybody else on the show says, no, you got to start now. We're into October. Is it too early to decorate for Halloween?
It would be for me. I'm with you guys. So
yeah, I thought
so
too.
It would be too early. I'm about a week out guy, but I would side with you guys. We got to. We got some other things to do other than worrying about decorating Halloween. We got to play better right now.
Yeah, there you go.
All
exactly,
right.
Coach. Well, we'll be rooting for you. Good
Thanks,
luck
Coach.
this weekend.
All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Coach Sean McVay, of course, Sunday, Packers at SoFi
Hear that,
Stadium.
Bergman? Week out.
Week out.
Week out.
You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, the Good Farmer Brands radio station.
But Greg has some very good news.
As of right now, before we do that, Mace?
All right. Every time Coach McVay talks to us, it is presented by Shell, official fuel of the Los Angeles Rams. Rams fans save up to 35 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. Download the Shell app and join the Fuel Rewards program today. For details, visit fuelrewards.com/Rams.
Mace, do you know who Andy Ibanez is?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, he's going to be one of your favorite guys.
That's right.
Because he just cleared the bases for the Tigers. And, Greg, what's the score?
It is now 5-2 Tigers in the bottom of the eighth.
Nice.
Let's
Come
go,
on, Detroit.
Tigers. Nobody ever wants those
the
stinking
job.
cheating.
Get those cheaters out.
Yes.
Get them out.
Coming up next for you. Let me see. We got so much here. Let's do this, John. I have got you mentioned QBR. I've got the list of quarterbacks in QBR after week 4.
Okay.
So I want you to try to guess who it was and who they are. And also, if you steal $22 million, is it on you or is it on FanDuel? We'll do that coming up, too. Mason and Ireland, we are live from Manhattan Beach, from Redondo Beach.
You're one city over.
1413 Hawthorne Boulevard in Redondo Beach at the Great Big Ralph's. We're here till 3 o'clock. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Now is a great time to visit the Commerce Casino and Hotel, located 7 miles south of downtown LA, just off the 5 freeway.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with 2 big, bold words. High usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say, would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week? And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Water Boy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Water Boy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Water Boy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
Hey, Rams fans, we've teamed up with Bloom Ranch to ensure we have the healthiest fans in the league. That's why we're committed to delivering some of the freshest fruits and veggies to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using hashtag BloomRamFit.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
I was talking about before. Again, we're live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Big Game James Worthy was here. Everybody's hanging out. So I mentioned this, Davante Adams. His current cap value is $13.5 million. And the only teams that have room for him are Washington, Dallas, the Jets, and Pittsburgh. Washington, Dallas, the Jets, and Pittsburgh. Who should be in the Davante Adams business?
Well, of those four.
All of them.
Jets. Jets are the ones that he would help the Jets the most. Pittsburgh still has a winning record, but they can't score.
Well, he would help.
Kind of help. What about your Washington Commanders?
The commies, we score.
Yeah,
we got a big.
Put Davante Adams and Scary Terry out there, and
yep, be great. I also think that he'd do really, really well in Dallas next to CeeDee Lamb. Those two, that's scary.
I don't think he's going to Dallas. He's either going to the Jets or.
It's about what they get.
Now, when I say there's only 4 teams now, it's because right now he's owed $13.5 million. As that number goes down between now and November 5th, other teams will wind up having room to trade for him. Maybe New Orleans, which is what you're talking about. He played with Derek Carr in college. All right, so we do this every week here. We're going to take a shot at the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL after Week 4 by QBR. By QBR. So the first one is kind of obvious after what we saw on Monday night.
So that would be Josh Allen?
No, it'd be Jaden Daniels.
No, it'd be Jared Goff.
Jared
Goff. Yeah.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Oh, he went 19 for 19.
Yeah,
and so, by the way, how is that? That's so weird. That's not a perfect QB rating.
Game.
All right, so he's one.
He's one.
Is Daniels another one?
Daniels is number 4.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen should be up there, too.
Josh Allen's number 2.
So we're only missing 2 of them, right?
Yep.
So
is Brock Purdy?
Oh, I got one. Probably, but I think Sam Darnold for sure.
Oh, yeah, let's try Darnold.
Sam Darnold is 3 and Brock Purdy is 5.
Okay,
so we got
1 through 5.
And
you
no
got
strikes.
1 through 5. No, you did not get 2.
Okay. I thought we did.
No, hold on.
No,
you said it was Josh Allen was 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get 3.
Okay. There's one. There's a name on there.
There's a name on there that you haven't gotten. Yeah.
All right. So I don't think it's Dak.
I don't think it's Mahomes.
Is it?
He throws too many interceptions.
Okay. Do you think it's Kyler Murray? He's been off to a pretty good start.
He was bad in this last. It was not bad, but he wasn't great.
Jackson.
Oh, Lamar.
Yeah,
let's try that.
Number 7.
Oh, okay. So that's strike 1.
Kyler Murray, number 8.
Okay. Gino wasn't great in this last game, although he did have a ton of passing.
Derek Carr, maybe?
Was Gino on there?
Gino's number 10.
Okay.
I'm thinking Derek Carr, maybe. Derek
Carr has been good. The last 2 weeks has been but go ahead.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Okay. You're missing number 3.
We're down to our last.
Dak Prescott.
It is it is somebody surprising.
Somebody surprising.
So that may mean it's not on a winning team.
Somebody that didn't start the opener.
So Laura's saying Jalen Hurts, but I don't think
he started. He started the opener.
Somebody that didn't start the opener, took over as a backup. Now he's got the
Malik Willis, maybe?
No, the redhead guy.
Andy Dalton.
Oh
my! Or as Pepe calls him, the redhead guy.
The redhead guy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He has a Lakers sleeves on, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Yeah. So Andy Dalton is there.
Are you a shooter? Are you a right-handed shooter, Pepe?
His right hand's only for buckets.
Right.
Pepe's right arm is only for buckets. He's like Nick Young.
There you go.
All right. So there's a former Jaguars employee named Amit Patel, who got busted. You probably remember this story. Stole more than
took $20 million or something.
$22 million from the team. He's in jail now. He is in federal court this week, suing FanDuel, claiming that the sportsbook exploited his gambling addiction and intentionally ignored his responsible gaming and anti-money laundering protocols. Now, does he have any case against FanDuel? He's basically saying he's a compulsive gambler, had to gamble all the time. FanDuel should have stepped in and said, hey, wait, you're betting too much.
This type of case has come up before. I think there was an old owner of the Eagles.
Leonard
who gambled
Toews.
away all
Leonard
of his
Toews,
money.
yeah.
And he tried to sue the casino for, quote unquote, taking advantage of me when I was drunk.
Yeah.
No one has a gun to your head making you gamble. No one had a gun to this guy's head making him steal money from the Jags. If I was on the jury, I would not find in favor of this guy. I would not hit FanDuel.
Here's what his attorney says. Defendants actively and intentionally targeted and preyed on plaintiff with incentives, credits, and gifts to create, nurture, expedite, exacerbate his addiction with the only possible outcome that he would ultimately hit rock bottom.
Yeah, I think...
Do these
you guys have your accountability text? Where's the accountability for this guy?
Look, I'm with you. But at some point, do you think these the DraftKings and the FanDuels of the world, do you think they should cut somebody off if they're betting a lot or betting
Well, you know me.
Or betting?
I have a pretty big independent streak down.
Yeah, libertarian streak. Yeah, me too.
If you want to take this is my feeling on this. I'm simplifying it.
Yep.
But if you want to take all your money,
you
want to take everything that is in the Steve Mason NIL collective, all of it,
my collective, yes,
and gamble it away.
Yep.
I think you're stupid. I would tell you to stop. But in the end, if you do it, it's
your fault.
It's on you.
But here's the thing: what if? And I'm not. But what if I'm an addict? What if the moment I start betting with FanDuel or DraftKings, I'm ultimately going to wind up in a gutter?
Let me answer your question with a question.
Yeah.
Why is that my problem?
Why should they know?
How do I know you're an addict?
Well, let's think about this. So cigarettes have warning labels.
Yeah, but
every time we run gambling spots on our air, and it always ends with, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I mean, we have warnings.
So it is a warning label,
There's
right?
a warning, yeah.
If alcohol, there's no.
Yeah, Mace. If I leave right now, and I walk into that Ralph's, and I just load up on tequila, and I get smashed, I can't come back and say
that sounds more like me.
Yeah, I can't come back and say
night.
ESPN fired me, and they knew I had a drinking problem, and I was on the air. I was under Greg Bergman, the manager of audio operations, was supervising me.
Yeah,
and he let me walk into Ralph's and load up on tequila. This has nothing to do with you. I cannot make an argument that is your fault and not mine.
I think everybody in this business and everybody at this station knows that nobody has control over John Island.
Yeah.
Right. No, and I mean ultimately,
but that's you're arguing for me now. That would be 100% my fault.
Gambling is legal. Ultimately, there are people who are addicts who are going to blow their whole lives, and they've been warned. But when we legalized gambling, we opened the door to all this.
Right, but there was the big debate last night.
I'm playing devil's advocate. I believe the guy's on the hook.
They were, when politicians try and get you, to present a plan for the country. Bottom line is, I feel like I'm responsible for my life.
Right.
The decisions I make, I'm not going to blame on FanDuel.
Right.
All right. And even if I'm a gambling addict, then I should have gotten help. I have no sympathy for this dude. He stole.
I have sympathy for him in the
$22 million from the Jags.
Right, but I have sympathy for him in that he couldn't control himself. That's too bad. That's sad. That's awful. He committed crimes. FanDuel's not to blame. I mean, all that.
So
stuff.
who's to blame?
Him.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's him.
He's playing devil's advocate.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I know.
Am I allowed to play devil's advocate?
No,
you always do.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. By the way, okay, you want to hear something weird? So they're treating gambling addicts with Ozempic, and it's stopping them from gambling. It
Explain how.
It controls. You know how? I guess apparently it makes you not want to eat.
Right.
It also makes you not want to gamble. So they're treating
just
people
sucks
with
all
Ozempic.
the life out of you.
Yeah, no, it just it.
So you just hate life at that point?
No, it just
take Ozempic and everything sucks.
It makes your addiction.
It makes you disappear eventually.
Laura, you don't believe this?
No, I said I need this because I mean.
Well, here's the problem, Laura. What a bunch of my wife's friends have looked into Ozempic.
It's expensive, man.
It not only is it expensive, but the minute you go off it, you just gain the weight back. It just. I mean, you would know more about this stuff than we do, Laura. But apparently, it is not. It there's a million red flags with Ozempic.
But here's the thing. The thing is, they're using it to treat alcoholics. They're using it to treat drug addicts. They're using it to treat gambling addicts. There are lots of articles about it, and they're experimenting with it, but it's amazing that you could actually treat a gambling addiction with it.
It's the impulse part of it.
What are the side effects of this?
I have no idea.
Oh, there's many.
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert.
It has side effects.
But the side effect may be you don't blow your entire life with FanDuel.
This dude, who's 31, is asking for $250 million in compensatory and punitive damages.
Yep.
To go.
So let me get this straight. He steals $22 million from the Jags and then turns around and sues FanDuel and says it's their fault.
Oh, hang on. So the suit alleges that Patel's VIP host at FanDuel, a guy named Brett Krause, communicated with Patel as many as 100 times a day.
A day?
Between 2021 and 2023, and on several occasions contacted him to ask him why he wasn't gambling. Does that change the story?
No.
100 times
Wait a minute.
a day.
He's calling him 100 times a day to try to get him to gamble?
Right.
This is what FanDuel's
You
doing?
remember when we used to do ads for, like, a handicapper, and if you ever give them your number,
sure,
they're going to call you
back,
10 times a day. Yep. That's how they make money. Again, you control. There is no gun to your head.
Right.
You don't have to give these people money.
Block them.
100 times a day.
Block him.
Well, no, he's a gambling addict. You can't. He can't block him.
Yes,
Why
he
not?
can.
Just take your phone and hit block.
Because he can't help himself.
But that's part of
it. You shouldn't be,
Again,
you shouldn't be encouraging and saying, hey, why aren't you gambling
I
today?
agree
You really need to put a bet down.
Yeah, I agree with you that dude is a bad guy, but at the end of the day, you are responsible for your own actions.
For your own decisions.
Yeah, I think he'll get some money.
I don't.
Based on them calling him all the time saying, why aren't you gambling?
Remember to bring this up with Jacob next week. I bet you Jacob,
it's a great subject.
Yeah, I bet you Jacob would have some insight on
Yeah,
this.
it's a really good subject.
Because then a lawyer has obviously taken the case, so somewhere somebody thinks they can win.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you.
Can I give you something real fast?
Oh, yeah, do it.
So it is 5-2. Tigers over the Astros right now, going to the bottom of the ninth, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy. They really beat up Josh Hader. Just absolutely, it all came off of Hader, and so that makes me feel even more happy that Josh Hader was giving up
round of applause
runs. Thank you very much for ruining the season of the Astros, Josh Hader.
Yeah.
Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, John, this is interesting. I don't fully understand it. Apparently, you can't buy a drink at 3 a.m. in Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm glad you're bringing this up.
Except at Intuit Dome.
Right. I understand it a little, but I'll explain. Yeah, if you go to the Intuit Dome, they can serve drinks till 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But what?
We'll talk about it.
Possible?
Talk about
we'll explain it
coming up next, because that's a tease. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Playing into it.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Own vehicles today at our showroom, 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills, and at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Hey Rams fans, we've teamed up with Bloom Ranch to ensure we have the healthiest fans in the league. That's why we're committed to delivering some of the freshest fruits and veggies to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using hashtag BloomRamFit.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So
it is a final.
Yeah. Let's go Tigers. Moving on to the ALDS.
Those lying, cheating Astros are out.
Come out of here.
Tigers, who would have expected?
A.J. Hinch, manager of the Tigers.
Right, mid-season, they were nowhere.
They traded Jack Flaherty because they thought they were sellers.
And Tarek Skubal carried them to the playoffs and was going to win the Cy Young Award. So we're live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. You are invited to be here. We're here till 3 o'clock today. Big game. James Worthy was here a little while ago. Good times. And, John, I just mentioned this. So I've been to the Intuit Dome. I went for the Bruno Mars concert.
Right.
It was great. And the place is, as expected, just
I'm looking forward to doing a game there this year. Two of them.
But you sent a story this week, and I don't understand it at all, that they're going to be able to serve alcohol till 4 a.m. at Intuit Dome. So I asked, first of all, why? And second of all, what the hell's going on at Intuit Dome at 4 a.m.?
Well, Gavin Newsom signed a bill to allow private clubs to stay open until 4.
Right.
Because and Intuit Dome, through a loophole, qualifies as a private club. So if you're in the Intuit Dome and you're having a good time and you're at a concert and it's going late, you were at the Bruno Mars concert. You know, if you go to see Madonna or Adele, they always come out late.
Right.
So if you're there at 2 in the morning now, that your last call's not coming.
But 4 a.m., I mean, maybe that's Madonna. She doesn't come out till very, very late.
She's not going to. Now that she knows this, she's not coming out till 3.
Exactly. And people won't really care since the bars are open. I'll tell you the thing about that place. I went on opening night. I forget if I told you this. So, it's all like hands-free, so you walk in,
cashless,
you wave your phone,
right?
Cashless, all that stuff. So, none of that stuff was working the first night. It was the first night at Intuit Dome.
So what'd they do?
Everything was free.
Yeah.
We would go in, I'd walk into the food.
Smart.
My phone, I'd hold it up next to the
Really
thing.
smart.
It would say fail, and then they'd say, okay, just go ahead. Whatever
Just
you
take
got.
it.
Yeah, just take it. It was Intuit Dome. Everything was free on opening night.
That's amazing.
So glad I went. I ate so much.
What else was he supposed to do, though? Like, you can't – if
Oh, no, if people are waiting out there and your apps aren't working.
And they say, oh, sorry, we can't give it to you, it would be a disaster.
Right.
The right move is say, just
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they did. They handled it the right way.
But, Mace, when you go to a concert or you go to a game, as soon as the concert is over and as soon as the game is over, everybody's pushing you out.
Yes,
How are they going to stay there until 4 in the morning?
Maybe not at the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, maybe not there. Have you been there yet, Pepe?
No, I'm going to be there on the 12th.
I'm telling you, the greatest thing in the world.
Man, I'm telling you what.
The greatest thing in the world is urinal shelf. When you have a drink and you walk into one of the many cans, there is a shelf above the urinal where you can set your drink, do your business, and then walk out with your drink. And I've suggested, and I would speak maybe directly to Jeannie Buss on this, urinal shelves would be a great addition to Crypto.com Arena.
Well, Jeannie's a tenant. You'd have to speak to Michael Roth.
Michael Roth is the guy? So
AEG owns crypto.
I will text Michael Roth on that because the urinal shelf, I think, would be a fantastic way.
Very important.
Do you like that, Pepe? Do you like that idea, the urinal shelf?
Very important.
Greg, do you understand the importance, right?
Of course. It's very, very it's necessary to have it. I've never seen one.
Yeah,
so this is a great – everything he's doing at this Intuit Dome, he's actually doing a great job.
He is doing a great job. Yeah, I know.
It sucks to say it, but Ballmer knows what he's doing.
Let me ask you guys a question about – remember earlier this week we were all surprised that Farhan Zaidi got fired, and they gave the head of baseball operations job for the San Francisco Giants to Buster Posey. I was reading a column. I sent it to you guys. The problem that creates is Buster Posey is one of the owners.
Yeah.
He's in the ownership
Oh,
group.
that's interesting.
What happens if he's bad at this?
Well,
Can't fire him.
Right.
But wouldn't they Jim Buss him?
But
buy him out?
No. Excommunicate him from management.
And
but
just let him keep his ownership
He still
share?
maintains his ownership.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it would be tough. I mean, it is Buster Posey. It is, a Hall of Famer
But
and
if
legendary Giant.
If he's not doing good, I mean, it has to be done.
Right, and I think they fired a state-of-the-art guy. I don't understand the reason. Apparently, people up there believe Posey. And he was, a lot of times catchers do have insight to the game that players who did other positions don't have.
That's why they used to be all managers everywhere, all over the place. But I don't know. I just seen a guy go into the GM or the president of baseball operations role. That seems like a large leap.
It is a big leap.
It happens in the NBA. They like
into PBO.
Well, Rob Pelinka was an agent.
Well, they had a player.
Bob Myers was an agent.
Right.
Well, Bob Myers played. Did he play in the NBA?
No, he played in college.
He played in college at UCLA, but I don't think it. So a player like LeBron isn't going to come and all of a sudden be the PBO.
No, he would be the owner. I don't think he'd
Magic
be the
Yeah.
Briefly.
Well, kind of until he just said,
sort of.
Said,
I'm
not
going to be here for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
He was there.
And then says I'm out.
Before we get to Game of Games,
yeah.
I have a question. Dodgers, of course, play on Saturday. We're rooting for the Braves tonight. It's really, really important because that would force the Padres to use Dylan Cease in Game 3 tomorrow, and they would burn him for Game 1 on Saturday.
Great.
He is their most difficult starter to face. How many pitchers do you think the Dodgers used this year?
Okay, I'm gonna guess that this number is higher than we think, Greg. I'm gonna say. I know this sounds like a lot, but I don't think it is. I'm going to say 31.
I think you're low. I think it's closer to 60.
You're high, but it's 40.
Oh,
so right in between.
Yeah, right.
They've used 40 different pitchers this year. Some of these guys, some of these guys I don't remember. Ben Kasperius, Nabil Chrismat.
Yeah, he was at the very beginning of the season. So he was with I think
who
the
is
Padres.
Michael Peterson?
Michael Peterson came
there.
up about a month ago. He was playing. I think he's like 30 and was in the minors
Zach
for a long time.
Logue.
They just brought him up Logue. They brought him up last month and played him for like a game.
When was Connor Brogdon here?
Connor Brogdon was here earlier in the season, and he'd only got a few outings, but very small amount.
Dinelson Lamet.
Dinelson, same time as Chris Matt. It was very, and he
I
actually
have
pitched
never
really well.
heard the name Edgardo Henriquez.
So he's up right now.
He's
he
the
throws
guy.
104 miles
He's
an
the
hour.
young guy who's throwing over 100.
Oh, so it's like the guy in the Angels that can throw
Right,
105.
now,
Frankie Rodriguez.
Do you think he'll be on the playoff
I think
roster?
he's got a legitimate shot to get on. I think there's
because
something where
nobody's
he
seen
can't-
him. It is a lot like the Frankie Rodriguez thing because people really haven't had a chance to see him or face him, and he's throwing 104 miles an hour.
Yeah, so he has. I think he's played in 3 games, only given up 1 earned run, but he has a live arm.
Is he in the roster for the playoffs?
So
we don't know.
They won't do that until Friday, until after we already know who everybody is. They wait till the very end because they want to see who they're playing and how they match up. But they always, and Dave Roberts always waits to the last second.
Yeah, he does. All right, so you ready? We're going to do some Game of Games.
It's my game today.
It is Bergman's game
You're going early
today. It's I don't know. It's
I know we're all right.
We're all right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Early. All right. So Bergman, who's winning? We're at the beginning of the month.
We're 1 day into the month.
1 day.
Who won yesterday?
I won, and I
congratulations.
won it all. Or did I win yesterday?
Wait,
yeah,
was
I did,
it
right?
Jacob?
Jacob won.
Jacob won, but
Jacob's
I won.
1-0. You won the 30th.
Greg's I won.
What day is it today?
It's
Today's the
Wednesday.
second.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wednesday, October 2. All
Oh,
day.
you won
October 2nd.
the month.
I won the month.
You won the
Jacob
month.
won yesterday. Yeah, thank you, Laura.
I think we got all worked.
I think it's
Brian
still Saturday.
Busted a Clippers move. He was
Hi,
up.
Chris Ward.
Yeah.
He was up a lot yesterday.
Hi, Chris.
All right.
Good to see you there.
Game of Games is coming next. We are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Big Game James Worthy was here just a little while ago, and we've had a great time. Last year we did this. This year we're doing it again. Fantastic time. Thanks to everybody who has come out, stopped by, said hi. The Ultimate Winery Sweepstakes is going on now, too. That's running now through October the 13th. There'll be one grand prize winner to get a wine tour for two at Francis Ford Coppola Winery, round-trip airfare for two-night hotel stay. You can enter by going to the ESPN LA booth right here. There's a QR code, or you can go to espnla.com to enter. Again, join us at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Check out the wine sampling inside in the wine section. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Did you know it takes up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job? So if you're hiring, you don't have that kind of time. If you're listening today, I got some advice. Stop waiting. Start using ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. If you are hiring, you're a fool if you don't try ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. And right now, you can try it for free. Just go to that website, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
LAFC are playoff bound, but first must finish the final 4 games of the regular season. Hawanga, Giroux, Lloris, and the Black and Gold welcome St. Louis City SC to downtown LA. Pre-game coverage begins tonight at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Seller's Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Travis with Prize Picks. Did you know that you can win up to 100 times your money with Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks? That's right. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. So why not join 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. So when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. This week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at football. Patrick Mahomes, more than 267.5 passing yards, and Saquon Barkley for more than 67.5 rushing yards. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery with airfare for two, a 2-night hotel stay, and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. We are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Have been all day long. Thanks to everybody at Ralph's. Thanks to Big Game James Worthy, who is here as well. Hung out for about an hour and a half or so. It is time for Game of Games, and it is Bergman's game.
My game today. So we got Mace, John, Pepe, Laura, and Brian. I'm glad you're talking about Big Game James because it's a game about Big Game James.
Oh, wow.
Okay. He was with us earlier here at Ralph, so I have a James-worthy facts game. It's either A or B. Very simple.
John should have a big advantage.
Well, I tried to make it things that he may not know. I tried to go.
I probably don't know as much as you think.
Okay, so number one, Mace, we'll start with you. James was born in North Carolina. We all know that. What city was he born in? Was it McAdenville or Gastonia?
McAdenville.
John.
Gastonia.
Pepe.
Jeez.
Gastonia.
Laura.
Gastonia.
Brian.
Gastonia.
Everybody but Mace got that
See,
one right.
I mean, Ireland should have to go first on all these. He knows the answers.
No, but you got to
knew that,
rotate
right?
it. Well, I knew he was from Gastonia. I didn't know where he was born.
Yeah. Okay.
Yesterday, I thought Vince Vaughn was born in Chicago, and you
that's
told
true.
me he was born in Minnesota.
That's right. All right. Number two, John starts this one, so you'll be happy.
Okay, I'll just follow him.
All right. Number two, obviously, James is a Hall of Famer. What year was he inducted into the Hall of Fame? Was it 2004 or 2003? John?
I don't know this. I'll go 03.
Pepe?
03.
Laura?
2003.
Brian?
03.
Mace?
I'm going 03.
It is 03. Everybody
you did
got
know.
that one.
And I didn't. That was a guess.
I mean, they're right next to each other.
Yeah, that was a guess.
All right, and number three, we'll start with Pepe here. In 2009, Big Game received the NCAA Silver Anniversary Award. What does this prestigious award celebrate? Is it former student athletes that have achieved excellence in their community, or former student athletes that have achieved great success in their professional career? Pepe?
The first one.
The first one, excellence in their community. Laura?
The second one.
The professional career.
Yes.
Brian?
The first one.
In community. Mace?
I'll say community.
Community. John?
I'll say career.
Career is the right answer. So John and Laura got that one.
He knows
Sorry,
every
Pepe.
answer.
Did you know the answer to that?
Well,
Yes.
I knew.
Well,
He's
with the
like,
big
yeah.
smile on your face, of course.
No, I didn't know for sure, but I knew that he's lived all over the country, so I figured it was more career than community.
Okay.
He plays golf with James
Yeah, but they're not
every
talking
day.
Yeah, but they're not talking.
We're
about
not
the
talking about that silver. I didn't even know he got that
Right.
award.
I never even heard of that award, the
Me
Silver
either.
Anniversary Award. Nobody knows
Me
that.
either.
All right, number four.
I guess.
True or false? We'll start with you, Laura.
Okay.
James played his entire career with the Lakers. True or false?
I should know this, but I'm going to go false.
False. Brian.
Let's go true.
Okay, Mace.
John, you want to give me a hint?
I do not.
I'll say false.
John.
You're such an idiot.
Well, Pepe hasn't gone yet.
He said it on the show earlier. He literally said,
I thought normally
I played my
Right,
whole career
but
with the Lakers.
normally a guy goes to one last team.
Pepe and John are going to get that. Who was
Right,
it, Laura
John's
or
got
Brian?
all of them, by
Brian
the
got
way.
it.
This is
Well, so
called,
does Pepe.
This
You
is
haven't
called,
missed
Brian,
one.
Pepe,
one.
and
This
John
is
got
called
it.
the John Ireland game. All
Brian,
right,
sure. Brian
Yeah.
got that one?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. All right, as of right now, it's still close, though. John has 4, Pepe has 3, Laura has 3, and Brian has 3. Mace has 1. So
Yeah.
it's just you that's
Right, I just need to answer what John answers.
But you didn't go with them.
That's because they
'Cause he
went,
went
after
first.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went first.
All right, anyway.
John should go last,
Number
I think.
Number 5. How many championships did James win in total in the NBA? Was it 3 or 4? And we start with Brian.
Give me 4.
Give me 4. Mace.
3.
John.
It's 3.
Okay, and Pepe. Well, give it away.
I haven't gone.
Laura.
3. I
Everybody's
told you
gonna
to
go with
make
John now.
John last.
And then
Why don't we do John Ireland trivia next? Let's see if
these are.
Let's see if
okay,
he'll win
the rest
John
of them,
Ireland
You're fine.
trivia.
You're fine.
Yeah.
All right, just relax.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, it's
about James Worthy.
Definitely extreme bias.
Okay, everybody got it.
He's
but
extreme bias.
Hey, he's
That's
complaining.
complaining.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
-1. You're out.
I mean, I have no chance in this game anyway.
Time out.
Actually,
Give me
there's only 3
minus
left.
100.
You're out of the game.
Exactly.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
goodness. All right, everybody got it but Brian.
La-di-da.
Okay,
Focus.
let's see if
Focus.
Ireland misses one.
Yeah,
Focus.
let's
right.
see if I miss one.
Number 6. You got to go first anyway, John. There's 3
Okay,
left.
all right.
In James' career scoring average, is James's career scoring average above or below 17.8 points per game?
Is it right on the?
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, it's very close.
It's very close.
17.8. I'm going to say it is barely above.
Okay, Pepe.
I'm just going to go against John this time.
There's a good time to do it
Okay, Laura.
because I'm
I'm
guessing.
not going to go above against John. I'm going to go with whatever John said. So above.
He said above. Okay,
Yeah.
Brian.
Low.
You got to go. You got to go. Well,
Yeah,
you don't
give me
actually.
lower.
Lower. The answer is lower, and now Pepe
There.
is tied, and
There
Brian
it
has
goes.
4. It's a very, very
wow.
close game.
Ireland
John
is-
Ireland missed one.
Ireland has
so take that.
collapsed.
What was it? What was the number? Was it 17?
17.6.
Oh yeah, I knew it was
Yeah,
close.
I knew it was. I knew it was in there.
It was close.
Oh,
All right.
what,
So
what
true or
number
false?
did you have? Oh, I didn't even know.
17.6.
So now Pepe
17.8.
has to go first.
Pepe has to go first.
Okay.
True or false? According to Basketball Reference, one of James's nicknames is Clever.
They always have these weird
Yeah.
nicknames at the
Yeah.
top of Basketball Reference.
Yeah, is Clever.
Names
Pepe.
I've never
Clever.
heard.
Is that one of his nicknames?
I'm going to say true.
Okay, John.
Do I go the other way? Those nicknames are all stupid. And
They're
they
all
make no
stupid at
sense.
Basketball
You know
Reference.
what? I'm saying true.
Okay, Laura and Brian, you do not have to go different yet.
I don't.
You do not.
I'm going to
There's
still
one more.
go false.
You're still going to go false.
Yeah.
Brian.
Give me true.
True is the right answer.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
And
Because, by the way, I've known Worthy his whole life. I've never heard that.
yeah, you all wait. So no, it's true. You said false.
I said true.
He said true.
Okay.
I
yeah.
said
So
I
true,
said
too.
false.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Laura, you're
I'm
actually
out.
of the game
fine.
now. So it's John
Bye.
6, Pepe 6, Brian 5, and John. No, Pepe has to go first.
No, I have to
John,
go first.
John goes.
Pepe went first last
Pepe,
time.
Last
when
one.
was the last time you golfed with James?
Seriously.
He doesn't know his basketball reference page.
Uh-huh.
True or false?
Come on.
All right, how
Hey,
many are left, Greg?
There's one.
Okay,
in a
this is
tiebreaker.
it.
One
This
in
is
a
it. This is
tiebreaker.
for
So
everything.
Brian, you have to go different than them. Pepe. Or no, John.
Yeah.
John, what is
Yeah.
the best season assist average of Worthy's career? Is it 4.7 assists or 3.9 assists?
Huh. I'm going to go 3.9.
Pepe.
I have to go.
You don't have
No,
to.
you
You're
don't have to.
tied.
We're tied.
I'll say the same.
3.9. Brian, you have to go different.
Let's
Go.
go the other option.
4.7.
Yep.
4.7 is the right
Oh,
answer.
there we go.
And John Ireland is
Nice.
due, Mace.
Wow.
How
How
about
right.
that?
He
So it-
doesn't even know
Suck
James
it, Mace.
Worthy. I
Yeah,
really question. I mean, you hang out with him every day. You don't even know your friend.
I do not know his career assist total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's never come up.
All right, all right.
All
So
right,
we
here
got
we
the
go.
three. John, Pepe, Brian, this is for everything.
Okay.
How many total games did Worthy play in the NBA, including the playoffs? Closest. So we'll start with John.
Total games played.
Including the playoffs.
Okay. I'm going to go 12-22.
12-22. Pepe.
11, 9, 1190.
119.
He's like doing math.
Right.
Okay.
Brian.
1,100 even.
1,100 even. We do have a winner. It's pretty easy to figure out. The winner, the correct answer is 1,069. Brian takes the win.
Let's go. Wow.
Suck it.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Makes no difference to me. Go sweat off my
What did
ass.
you say?
Hey, good job, Brian. Coming from behind.
Yeah, way to go, Brian.
The next
Well
time
done.
is the next time that you do the game, do live in Venice, California.
Yeah, do Steve Mason trivia.
It makes
I didn't even win. I don't know what they're talking about.
I know. He got 6 of the 8. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did Pepe.
What's
so
his
did Brian.
What's his handicap?
Worthy?
Yeah.
It's right now. It's about 15.
And what are you?
9.
So you beat him all the time?
Pretty regularly.
Oh, wow.
He beats me every once in a while.
Yeah,
Don's a good golfer. He's a really good golfer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
I can be more.
Oh, you have your little golf app?
Well, there's a thing where you just look, and
you enter every one of your rounds, and then it tells you.
Yeah. So it's.
Were you a 9? Is that what I saw there?
Yeah, I'm a 9, but James is like a. Yeah, I think James. Yeah, see, I'm 9.1.
Right.
He's like a 15.
Okay.
So it's. Oh, here it is, right here. So these are all the people I play with. He's 16.4.
16.4. So you actually even know his handicap down to the decimal point.
Do you keep track of everybody?
No, the computer keeps track.
Okay, all right.
So these are all the people I play with all the time.
Okay.
So
Eric Johnson, you talk about him a lot.
Yeah, he's used to play tight end for the Niners. Sam Pines,
Sam Pines,
11.0.
Oh, nice,
Wow,
Sam
Yeah,
Pines.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kevin Conley from Entourage played with him yesterday, 15.3. He's
All
like
right.
worthy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, there you have it. There's that game.
All right, so you're getting out of here, right?
Yeah, I've got to take off.
All right, so
thanks to everybody here. Thanks to Ralph's. Thanks to Chris Ward from Green Cross and Torrance.
Just in time,
Love
too.
that guy, listener of the year.
All right, you get out of here.
Yep.
Brian, hit the super stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
He doesn't have. He needs your phone. All right, time for Super Crosstalk. Who do we got, Brian?
You got Cappy.
Cappy, what are you doing, Cap?
Well, what's going on here, gentlemen?
We're live at a Ralph's in Redondo Beach. It is the largest Ralph's you have ever seen. I'm not kidding, Cap. You could hit a tee shot in the front of this supermarket, and it would not hit the back wall.
Ralph's,
that's how big this place is.
A lot of times are gigantic anyway. I've got the Ralph's here nearby my house, and this thing is a freaking like Costco. It's that big.
Right. Yeah, that's how this one is, too. It's a great spot. Are you working with Sedano today?
I am working with George Sedano today, John Ireland. And, John, I noticed to your right there is the great Pepe Mantilla.
That is true.
Now, Pepe, yo tengo una pregunta para usted.
Adelante.
Okay? Pepe, have you heard what Christopher Arthur Morales has been saying about you to us?
Now, I'm glad you brought this up, Cap, because Pepe did not hear it, and he asked us what Morales said, but he said he got a bunch of messages from fans saying, you shouldn't talk about Pepe like this. So what did Chris say?
Chris, I'm just going to say it like this, Pepe. Very, very disrespectful. And I will also say, George Sedano had your back, was not having it, would not participate, and just wasn't going to go there.
Yeah, Morales is just a crank
Oh, my God, he's the
But
worst.
you're not telling me what he said.
Okay, George, I'm so glad you're here, George, because I didn't want to misrepresent
Well,
what Chris
actually,
said.
a really funny story. So I was on super early. I've just been sitting here doing work on my, and all of a sudden,
Where are you physically today?
I'm home today.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I was here just in my home office doing, and I connected at like 2:35 or 2:40, and I'm kind of like listening to the show while doing some work. And then all of a sudden, I hear you guys go to crosstalk. I'm grabbing the microphone, and then it's gone. So I said to Brian, what just happened? He goes, we didn't think that was you connected. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, here I am. But anyway, Morales is, and I had this conversation with him yesterday. He is a negative Nancy all the time, John. And it's just like, enough, man. Like, how about 1 ounce of positivity anywhere in the building today? Like, anywhere.
And you know who is with him strangely on this negativity thing?
Who?
Is Travis.
No.
Really?
Come on.
Travis is way down on the Rams. He's way down on the Dodgers. He's predicting doom and gloom for all of them. I don't think he's very high on the Lakers. I don't know what's going on with him lately. He's like...
Oh, I do.
He'll tell you anytime you ask him. He leans negative.
Travis
no,
does?
but
he doesn't strike me as that.
Yeah,
you know,
but
it's weird.
Empty nesting? Is that what you're going to say, Cappy?
It's a little worse right now, John.
I wonder if that is Cappy. That might be true.
So, John, when Travis and his beautiful wife, Susan, who she herself is an alum of Cal Poly SLO, okay?
Yeah. And Susan seems to me like somebody who's always positive. Maybe that's an opposites attract situation.
I think
don't know.
that's the balance. That would be my guess. But when Travis and Susan and their son Michael and me and my daughter Julia, when we were all 2 weeks ago dropping our kids off at Cal Poly SLO for their respective freshman years.
Oh, that's right. You guys connected up there.
That's right. And then I would say on, let's say it was a Wednesday, by like Thursday, Travis now texts me at home at night, and he's like, dude, I don't know what to do with myself. There's nobody here. I'm miserable. I'm bored. Like none of my kids are here. Like, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to say that whatever's going on with Travis right now is a direct result of this newfound empty nesting that he is experiencing.
Okay, I think I'm going to say something that I think everybody online on this air right now can sympathize with. I love my family more than anything. Miss them tremendously when they're gone. When I'm the only one at my house, it is the greatest.
Oh, dude.
It's
so
so
nice.
Great.
I
mean, I literally like look forward to it. And this is I don't want them to go away unless they have something going on. But when they do, it is awesome.
John.
And so I think if I ever get to an empty nest situation, I would be ecstatic.
Right, but the difference is that Travis still has Susan, who's wonderful. But what I'm getting at is this. Like for me, here's a great example, right? My kids are scattered throughout the whole country, and really one of them's around the world, okay? Yeah. I'm by myself tonight. Tonight is the start of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, and Greg Berman, Shana Tova, Greg Berman.
Yeah, Shana Tova to everyone. Yeah,
Shana Tova.
Yeah.
Now tonight, my girlfriend, Rachel, as she is known, is taking her 2 sons to the Padres-Braves game, okay?
Oh, how cool.
Right. I'm going to get off the air at 6 p.m., and here are my options. I could get in my car and drive all the way down to go see the Padres-Braves game. But listen, the game was 2 hours and 8 minutes last night. By the time I get off the air and get down there and get parked, it'll be in the 8th inning, you know? So that's the first thing. Or I was invited to a lovely dinner at somebody's home to celebrate the start of the Jewish New Year. Or, John, you'll love this, I could stay home by myself. I could watch the game by myself. I could get a couple things done.
This is the easiest decision you've ever had.
Option number 3.
Pepe knows.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
and that's,
sit there in your boxers, Cap. That's the only thing to do.
And that's what I just told Rachel. I'm like, listen, I know you think I'm coming down to the game tonight, and then after the game, maybe we go out for a little bit. No. I think I'm staying home. I'll watch the game on TV very happily, all by myself. You know? So
that's the right answer.
Yes, that is the right answer. It is. So Pepe, I'm just going to say this right now. The disrespect must stop. Okay, Chris saying
I still don't know what he said.
George, what did he say, George?
I mean, he basically just said that you aren't talented or this, that, and the other, and that why do we have you on for 3 hours?
I would take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I mean,
he asked me to choke you.
You know what?
I told him I wouldn't do it because of my respect for you. And I told him to do it himself.
You know what my answer is? Thank you, sir. Can I have another?
Oh, yeah. And
There
you know
we
what
go.
else I told him?
We
Pepe?
told him Goo Goo Gaga actually for you.
And Pepe, you know what else I told him?
We have that drop.
I told him that you did 2 NFL football games on Saturday back-to-back, and I explained to him why you were able to do that. I told him everything you told me.
For Mason and Ireland who were not there, what did Pepe tell you?
Pepe said to me, he goes, you know why I was able to do those games? I said, why? He goes, because I'm Mexican. And I said, well, what does that mean?
That's
and
right.
you then told me that you don't
That
need a
is
hammer.
right.
Right.
That is right.
So I
The
told
thing
him.
that's interesting is it's 2 back-to-back NFL games on Saturday.
And,
I didn't
no,
see
it
how
was
that was
on
possible.
Sunday. It
Oh, okay, it was on Sunday. He said Saturday.
I was
so
just going to
confused.
correct
My bad.
Cappy, but I said Sunday, and I told you about the hammer and the nail, and
Right.
that's true. And I learned that when I got to this country, thank God. And I was working, and they were going to do a nailing thing and said, give me the hammer number 346. I said, what do you want a hammer 346? I can use my shoe. Come on. That's the difference.
Right.
I
That is
didn't
the difference.
understand any of
No,
that.
I mean, really, the point
Is
is,
there a
that
347?
the point is that here you need something very special to do something little. When you come from Mexico and you learn that you don't
You're
have
more
all the
appreciative
tools,
of, yeah.
you know.
I feel like my shoe would just the nail go right through it.
Wow.
It's very
Get
soft.
better
sole.
Just imagine. I mean,
And I do need
get a
better
better
shoes.
shoe.
Yeah, they're all kind of like beat up on the bottom.
Right.
So
Get a better
Necesita
shoe.
zapatos.
see,
Hey, so we were all celebrating earlier,
Muy
you
bien.
guys, that the Astros are out. You know, they've already been eliminated by the Tigers, so their season. And do you think, any of you guys, that the Astros ever won't be hated? Or is this going to follow them forever?
I don't know forever.
The Dodger, I don't
but
think
certainly for a
Dodger
long
fans will
time.
forgive them ever.
No, right. But I would say, John, that I think that for the majority of baseball fans, it eventually will go away. I think for the teams that were in their wake, right? The Dodgers,
Yankees,
the Yankees,
Dodgers,
the Red
yeah.
Sox,
Red Sox.
right? Like those
Yeah.
teams
But
that
the
they
Red Sox supposedly were doing it too, weren't they?
Right, allegedly, right.
Everybody.
But the Yankees and Dodgers particularly, the Yankees could not punch a ticket to the World Series, went the distance with them multiple times and couldn't get over the hump, and then the Dodgers lose the World Series as well to them. So, like, yeah, I think there are certain fan bases that will never forgive them.
Well, I can
And
just
you know
tell
what,
you
Tim,
guys
you know-
this. Just a couple weeks ago when Houston was down in San Diego, and San Diego didn't have anything to do with it, the fans in San Diego were all over the Astros. And, like, there was one point where Jose Altuve started arguing with the umpire because he fouled a ball and he said it hit off of his foot. And he wound up taking off his cleat, taking off his sock.
they
and he-
threw him out,
And they
right?
tossed him. The umpire's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing, man? Put your shoe on. And the fans were just relentless. And those fans are anti-Dodger fans, but they were
Right.
anti-Astro fans that night.
I have a theory as to why the Astros will never be let off the hook.
they cheated.
No, it's because baseball didn't punish them. I think
That's
that
right.
Yes.
I
Oh,
think
yeah, for
that
sure.
I think that if baseball would have punished those guys, yesterday we were talking about Pete Rose after he died. I firmly believe that had Pete Rose come clean right from the beginning and said, "Guys, I've made an awful mistake. I knew I wasn't supposed to do it, but I did it anyway. I'm going to accept my punishment, and hopefully, with time, you'll forgive me." I'm convinced if he would have done that, he'd be in the Hall right now. I think had the Astros been punished, had Bregman, Altuve, all those
Springer.
dudes, all those dudes that cheated would have been suspended.
Gurriel.
Yeah, been suspended for a significant amount of time, like 100 games, that everybody would have said, you know what? You served your punishment. You served your time. Let's move on.
Yeah,
but
but
I
they
don't
didn't
think
do
people will ever move on because they got away with it.
And I'll never forgive Rob Manfred either in calling it a shiny piece of metal and not doing anything to him.
Yeah.
Sedano.
But I understand what Manfred had to do.
Wait, why was that directed at me? Like,
You were saying something, so I was like leading it to
Oh,
you.
I was like,
Yeah.
was I the Rob Manfred defender? I don't even remember what I said back then.
You sounded like you were trying to say something, so I was leading it towards you.
If Manfred was here right now, what he would say is, I had to grant them immunity to get to the bottom of what really happened because nobody was going to talk.
Right.
But everybody, if you read all the books that came out on this, the story had already been figured out. Once they did it, they should have suspended those players, and when they didn't do it, they put a scarlet letter on the guys like Altuve and Bregman and Springer for the rest of their careers. This sounds ridiculous, but the worst thing that happened to those guys was not getting punished
Yeah.
because now no one will ever forgive them.
They'll still be Hall of Famers, though.
And I got to think of the guy, the guy who was the manager. What was it? Was it AJ?
AJ Hinch. He's
that
in
guy
Detroit.
Fired.
He got fired. He actually
he's the one who took him out today.
You really? By the way, hold on. You really
right
don't
there?
think that
you want to talk about sweet revenge there? You know what I mean? Like,
wait. By the way, Greg, if you're right, and Altuve and
Altuve's
Bregman
going into the Hall of Fame.
If Altuve and Bregman get into the Hall of Fame, why isn't Barry Bonds in?
So Barry Bonds should be in.
Listen,
but it's not.
And
John,
Pete Rose
we had
and
this
everybody.
conversation, Cappy and I, when the Pete Rose passed away the other day. Like, for me, all these guys should be in. With whatever you want to put on their plaque or whatever, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, whoever you want to, all those guys.
Roger Clemens.
We saw them be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw them be great even before that era. Like, what are we doing here, you know?
Right, but I think the fact that none of those people got punished, Greg, Bonds never got punished, Clemens never got punished, that's going to keep them out, and that's why Altuve and
Well, but
Bregman
A-Rod got
out.
punished.
A-Rod.
Yeah, but
he was the only one. He was the only one that got punished.
But he's had a
no.
A-Rod,
Palmeiro was
A-Rod's had a career renaissance. He was
for
working
sure.
for
But
3
Alex
networks.
was the only one disciplined as a player of all those guys.
Right. But I think that when you look at people want to forgive you. But if you get away with it and you don't serve any type of punishment, they'll never forgive you.
Those old school baseball writers that are keeping out all the steroid guys,
Well, that's the deal.
they're all falling off. So
but
now
they're all
the people
keeping Pete
now-
out too, Greg.
Yeah, well, Pete, there's a whole bunch of other stuff. If you watch the documentary, there is some terrible, terrible things that he's doing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what?
so
Well, I haven't watched the documentary. What else? What don't I know?
No, there was a lot of things about with underage women and a whole
What?
bunch of stuff.
That was the thing about
Cappy,
that
you don't
came
know
out
this?
during his Fox tenure why he got let go.
Yeah,
from
that got him, and and he fully admitted to it too. That he in no sense.
Well, did you hear what he said? Well, that was a sign of the times.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
the
my
way
God.
things were in
That's
the 70s.
not a sign of the times, Pete.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's never a sign.
Bad dude.
Yeah.
Bad
Wow.
dude.
Yeah. And,
Wow.
But it just seems to me that the reason the Astros will never be fully accepted and not forgiven is because they didn't do any. They serve no punishment.
I don't know. Sedano, Cap, do you think that Altuve, Bregman, Springer get in? Maybe not Springer, but Altuve, Bregman get in?
I think
that-
Altuve gets in.
Yeah, I think that people will not. I just don't think people will go, you know what? In the World Series or in the playoffs, they did this, keep them out. For some reason, guys like Pete Rose, obviously we understand the story there, but all those steroid guys that we just talked about, McGuire and Bonds and everybody else, there is some sort of crazy grudge against those guys. And by the way, all those writers that keep those guys out, you guys were the ones that were complicit because every last one of you guys knew exactly what they were doing, and none of you had the guts to expose it.
That's
Gutless.
Wow, look at that. Rack Cappy
Somebody
today.
rack me.
Go rack him.
Somebody rack me, and somebody put me in the end zone. Give me a touchdown. Give me
Ireland. Did you hear Andrew Siciliano's touchdown call against the Cleveland Browns? Our friend Andrew Siciliano, of course.
No.
We've been
I know
playing
he's
it
doing
over
the games.
Over and over and over. He was he had he was very excited on one call. Let's just say, right, Cappy? Is that a good way to describe
There was a
it?
defensive score. The Raiders, I want to say, fumbled. The Browns picked the ball up and ran it into the end zone. And then Andrew Siciliano went berserk. And
All right, here we go. Tucker in motion. Minshew gives to White, running right, hitting the backfield. Ball is down, picked up by the Browns, picked up and running down the sideline. Rodney McLeod, touchdown!
So from now on, when we get racked, not only do we play "Welcome to the Jungle,"
right? We punctuate it with a
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
I'm so happy for him. You know, he grew up. He's like me. I grew up a Laker fan listening to Chick Hearn. He grew up a Browns fan listening to Jim Donovan, and now he gets to call the games. So the reason he's doing that is because Jim got sick. So I hope Jim gets better. Andrew actually hopes Jim gets better. He said that. But in the meantime, I'm really happy that he gets to do it.
So
all right, we're out of here, boys.
Wait, real quick on Altuve, just so we know.
Yeah.
So Baseball Reference has like a Hall of Fame tracker, basically.
Right.
He is, he on most of these trackers, they have like 5 or 6 different ones. In the overwhelming majority of them, there's only one he's not considered yet a Hall of Famer. So, the chances are he is going
But, George, wouldn't Barry Bonds be be tracked to be a Hall of Famer by all
Oh, no,
those
no,
guys
but I'm talking
too?
about Altuve, right? Because, right.
Yeah.
But yes, but I don't know how the writers will treat him. I don't think he's being treated like Bonds was treated,
Yeah,
which
it'll be
is he was
interesting.
treated like a pariah.
We were talking about this earlier, John. The Astros have gone 8 straight times to the ALCS. They went to 4 World Series. They won 2 of them. It's a lot of it is because of Altuve.
Right.
They're going to put him in.
I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised.
All
All
right,
right,
well,
Donato and Cap next.
see ya.
We're out of